Happy New Year. We are on time
Yeah.
within reason.
Oh, 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So you were going to make a show out of that?
No, yeah.
Okay.
It's the new year.
Okay.
So we have champagne.
I
We're fancy enough to have $7 champagne. So,
you know that you have a very specific life when you're at CVS and I say, oh yeah, can you pick up some champagne because it's
yeah.
New Year's Eve?
And then we didn't drink
No,
it.
you didn't drink it.
We were like, oh, neither of us lasted until midnight. Or wait, did you?
Yeah, but I wasn't watching anything. I just heard all the fireworks, and so I was like,
Oh, yeah.
oh
It's,
shit. And
oh,
I
it's
looked,
12:03.
and I was like, it's 12:03.
It's very It's Corbel.
Only the best. I think I have the wine cork or the champagne cork. Okay. I think I had for a long time the champagne cork, like the first New Year's that we spent together.
Or was it that, or was it the first New Year? Oh, yeah, because it was the first New Year's we also spent in the house.
Oh, yeah.
Because that was also, because
Right.
we started dating in February, and then,
The
yeah,
next year, yeah.
next year we bought it. Did you put the goat in the truck?
Yeah, I
Thank you.
did.
Tonight, I'm going to be working on this Power Wagon. This is one that I picked up used, but it's not very complete. While it does have axles and things like that, it does not have a transmission or drive shafts, anything like that. So tonight I'm going to go through and I'm going to open up the axles, check bearings, replace bearings, grease some things up, and look at a few other things. I also got a different set of wheels here. These are new wheels, but I'm actually going to change them out because the body's going to get replaced as well. It's going to go all different color, and the wheels will go with that. So that's the plan. Ooh, Corbel. Exactly. Said nobody, right?
Plastic glass. I know I should have had you get the other ones, but that's not as fun.
I yelled out like minutes before we started. I was like, what glasses are we drinking champagne out of? She's like, our champagne glasses. I was like, we have champagne. She said, no, I'm just kidding.
Our champagne flutes.
Yeah.
The crystal ones we had at our wedding.
And the hutch. check the china cabinet.
Am I my mother?
So yes.
I would leave this in there, but so you don't.
Okay. Yeah, she's trying to. I'm sure we have to retrieve that bottle, but she's worried about the cat. So, and no, the color will not be orange on the final. Let's see. I did bring my other camera in here for this, hopefully to help a little bit better with some other shots. But
Cheers.
cheers.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Out of our our can-shaped glasses that we drink champagne out of.
What else are you gonna drink it out of? The bottle?
True.
It's the only other option.
So, anyway, that's my plan for tonight. And no, there won't be any orange on this truck, I don't think.
Easy to tell that you two are from Missouri. Actually, we just lived in Missouri. I'm
Yeah.
from Kansas.
And I'm from Nebraska. So,
Which, if you put those together, that makes Missouri.
yeah. No, that's Missouri.
Yeah.
That I agree.
Yeah.
I got to change one thing on my hotkeys. This is going to be that.
That's an annoying camera shot.
Well, it'll make more sense when I'm assembling small parts in front of it.
What are we not finishing tonight?
Yeah. Oh, this is by
Fancy bubbly.
Hey, yeah.
Hearing, do you suggest on an SCX-10 with a 4600 kV motor?
Ooh.
Cheers.
Cheer. That's not a great motor choice. It's too fast of a motor. You could try and gearing way down, but that's just too fast of a motor.
Are you changing the body on that rig?
Yes. Now it will stay a Power Wagon, but it will be a different.
Happy New Year to you both from the UK.
Happy New
Happy
Year.
New Year from Vermont. Did you see that Mike J's message about Mark Twain Hobby having Betty's a few days ago?
Oh, yes. And I do know that there's still Betty's available in many places. I was mainly shocked that Horizon sold all 10,000. Now, granted, that means to dealers and things all over, but still, it was very surprising to me to see that Horizon sold all of them that quickly.
Is that the giveaway truck?
Nope, this is a truck that I purchased used.
Oh, Matt's here. Happy New Year, Matt. Nicole show has started. No. Ew. Oh, Alan John Thomas gave us $5 Canadian. Happy New Year. Did you
Thank you.
watch Two Bears last night?
Oh, I did not yet. I needed to see that. Tom Segura broke his or shattered his arms or his arm and possibly a leg, like playing basketball against Bert.
Oh, jeez.
I know. They had a live show that was like going to explain, but I did not watch it.
Bummer.
Yeah, no kidding. So these axles also didn't have any hex pins or anything like that, so we're going to be replacing all of that.
Is there an interior for the Traxxas 6x6?
No, there is not. No.
Come with an interior?
Mm-mm.
Almost ran it over today because it's sitting on the floor of the garage.
It won't be there for too long.
And I almost ran it over with
the bicycle. I know.
My bike, but yeah. DLC gave us $5. Thank you. Got the package. I'm blown away by the quality of the VS410 Pro. Definitely worth the price. Just upset I didn't get to see his shirt on the street. Happy New Year, C Patina guy. Another reason the Unimog 6x6 is better. Not going orange. Are you sick, Josh?
I know. I have a whole plan for this, and this isn't one that I really had any plans on working on anytime soon, but I needed something for tonight, and I'm just going to kind of tinker with this. This isn't like anything major we're going to be doing, so.
Yeah, and I told him I wasn't up for a long one.
So I'm going to just be assembling some
Colorado,
regular
Nebraska.
parts.
What do you have against corn and beef?
You keep hearing my stomach?
No.
Oh, you keep looking.
No, I was just saying, what do you have against corn and beef? Nothing. We were raised on corn and beef.
Those are things that paid for my childhood.
Yeah, true. Very true.
All right.
I'm sorry, Nicole. What did you just say? Oh, I know. I said it, and in my head, I was like, I'm going to get that's what she said.
What?
I'm not up for a long one tonight.
Oh.
Happy New Year. Taco Bell disaster. That's you. So what's your favorite tire?
Here. I had Taco Bell today, and Nicole.
I'm from Portugal. I didn't even really mean that to be funny, but it was.
Yeah.
Dunlap, Iowa.
Dunlap. Not far from my hometown.
Dunlap, I said that to today. She Dunlapped you.
Oh, God.
She Dunlapped you. Sookie was running around him.
It's called a Dunlap when, a big guy. It's when your belly Dunlapped over your belt.
It's like, Quake RC, Quack
RC.
Hey,
Yes.
I want those. Gave us $5. Thank you. Hey, I want those turbos. Happy New Year from Victoria, BC. Also, just because it's not a sweater, it's a hoodie. I had to.
Matt, okay. And I didn't say a sweater. I said a jacket.
Okay.
When a jacket zips up in the front, a hoodie is a pullover. I'm saying.
Okay.
Do you agree?
What? I wasn't listening. What'd you say? Sorry, I was reading. What'd you say?
I was trying to argue the other day that it's a jacket if it's a zip up.
Right.
And it's a hoodie if it's a pullover.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And Matt said no.
I mean, Matt's married to a fashion designer, so I'm probably gonna go with Matt on like the correct term, but like in my vernacular, a jacket is a zip up and a hoodie is a pullover.
Exactly.
But maybe a jacket doesn't have a hood on it.
Well, no, I mean a jacket could have a hood.
I don't know, but I'm gonna probably default to Matt on that one just because.
I don't think that that's fair.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that it's something to waste your breath on, but
You understand? We talk every week for like multiple hours online.
You honestly talk to Matt more than you talk to me.
That's not true.
Is it?
That's not true.
I think it is. All right. Oh, F Charger TV gave us $5.
Thank you.
Hey, happy 2021, YouTube. Coming at you from Bellevue, Washington.
I think I hear Bellevue and I'm like, oh, I immediately think of Nebraska first.
Right.
No, wait. Oh, wait. No, Washington. I don't know where that's at.
Bring on the screw licker. She's here.
She's wandering. She's
Yeah.
she's literally behind the monitor at the moment.
San Antonio. Lots of opinions.
On why I'm right?
Sweaters. But Nicole, do you really want to talk to Josh more than you do now? Best upgrades for SCX-10 to Rocket.
I mean, the Rock kit's still very similar to the others. So
It's 10 minutes east of Seattle.
Oh, okay. Not
We
too
were
far
up
from
there.
where we were.
Yeah.
I would check out my Honcho budget build. There's like 16 weeks of information on what I think the best upgrades would be.
The Bigfoot said, got tired of watching the Suck Eyes, so came out to see what you guys are doing tonight. Apparently, they're not.
Must be from
Iowa?
Ohio? No, Buckeye. Yeah, you're right.
No.
Wait,
That's
no.
Buckeyes.
Hawkeye. Yeah.
Buckeyes maybe.
Ohio. Yeah.
Which does Josh like better, the Axial SCX-10-3 or the SCX-10 Gladiator?
I mean, probably. I think that the 3 is the Jeep JL body on the Gladiator is probably a little bit more usable, just because it's got a shorter wheelbase. It's more appropriate. But if it's like your only truck or your main truck, then the normal 3 or the kit would be the one that I would suggest. However, if I already had a bunch of trucks and I was choosing between them, I think I would pick the Gladiator first.
We have a Liberty
A Liberty?
in the house. Yeah.
Liberty,
Missouri? Hometown.
Hey.
So Nicole, should we leave the wine in 2020 and come into 2021 clean and dry?
Well, it's a dry champagne.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
good call. Good job.
Hmm.
It seems like I drink a lot, but I
It's
actually
on this show.
don't drink here, and that is the only time I ever drink.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm not a drinker. I have to do something to deal with you people.
It's fair.
Yeah. Ridgecrest, California. Sorry.
Don't know that one.
People tell us all the time, like, oh yeah, my cousin lives in such and such. I'm like, how like as big as the country? Like
That goes like almost all the way.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Minus Washington and Oregon.
Yeah. Then it's the whole length. It's like driving from Missouri to.
Blow it. Just blow at her.
Nope. Didn't do it.
Do the goat. Do the goat. Do this. See, that gets her.
She does not like the goat.
She doesn't.
The screaming goat. What do you mean, you people?
Yeah.
You know. We all know.
Yeah.
We all
I
know.
only drink when I watch the stream too. Oh, Fort Riley.
Fort Riley, Kansas.
Yeah. Driven through there 800,000 million times.
Yeah.
If Justin Collins wants to know, if I wanted to start fabbing my own body panels and bumpers and stuff, what are some tools and materials that are a must?
That's a great question. I mean, if you want to start with like body panels, that's kind of like if you're doing like flat plate aluminum, just a pair of tin snips and some files. It's really all you need. If you're trying to do bumpers and stuff, though, get yourself a mighty rod bender. They're super cheap. You can get them on Amazon. They're like $30. They're a great little bender for solid material only, not for tubing, but solid material, which is great for bumpers. And then get yourself a cheap map gas torch from Home Depot, and some flux, some silver solder, and you're golden. I do hope to do a little like a video on starting fabbing with almost no tools. Like I'll go get exactly the tools you would need starting up. Like I won't use anything fancy. Everything will be covered. But that is a plan for me.
Let me see Suki climbing the walls next time. I guess you have your little roller camera
Well, yeah.
thing out. If she does it, hopefully she doesn't do it this time.
Yeah. Right now she's trying to climb the window. Get off of that. God.
Who's that? That made her.
It deters her for a half a second.
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna hit her with the chip brush.
Billy Freeman. Harley, big fan here. Anyway, I was wondering if you would sign my baby's forehead. I don't have said babies, but when I do, can we make it happen, maybe?
Hello, little Billy.
That's another cousin.
When we talk about cousins, just know that all of these are Nicole's cousins. I have 2 cousins,
I know,
and
it's
Nicole
so
has
weird.
20 cousins. And all of them are cousins, except they're like not cousins. They're like,
Somebody said at Billy Freeman, best comment yet, of course. Little Billy is the one that when I told the story when I thought it was Matt that wanted an autograph for the first time.
Bill. Yeah.
It was Little Bill. It was my cousin Little Billy who came running over to say,
Yes, he was randomly in Pennsylvania the same time we were in Pennsylvania.
yeah. And he saw the first person to ask Josh for an autograph, and he came sprinting back and busted in.
Hey, Bellevue, Nebraska. Grim Jer. Hey, I know he's in here all the time too.
Yeah.
Sac Air Force.
I just saw a Lawrence.
Lawrence, Kansas.
Yeah.
I've spent some time at Strategic Air Command before.
Because our parents didn't keep us in the basement till 16.
That's why you have so many cousins?
I don't know. That was Billy who said that. I don't know what that meant. Are you talking about him?
I don't know what that means either, Billy, but I don't.
Oh, I don't think that was us.
What?
It was not you, Matt. I thought it was. It was another
Oh, you're ruining my story.
handsome man who had tattoos and a nice haircut, and that's all I don't.
Well, that Matt's the only one of those in RC, so it was definitely him.
I mean,
It was him. You're just trying to make Matt not feel as bad.
your short video of Suki running on her wheel and jumping off of it into her litter box was really funny. Had to watch it twice. That wasn't our cat, was it? Ours isn't by the litter box.
I was sharing that video.
Have you guys tried using a squirt bottle on Suki?
We have not. We feel like she would like it.
Yeah.
She likes water too much.
Yeah. Hemet to California. Happy New Year from UK, Josh. Will you be getting the new G-Made Buffalo to build, mate?
I don't know. I'll have to come across one cheap. I once saw Harley drive 2 trucks with one hand while petting a bald eagle, doing the splits and teaching Suki Spanish. God.
You're silly. I miss you. Little Billy. Hi from Ohio. Just built a Vanquish Ultra. What size pinion you use to get full steering 20mm sound right?
Wait, sorry. Full.
Oh, right there. Jeff Gregory.
What size pinion you use to get full? Oh, you must mean what size servo horn, not pinion. 20mm would be correct in that. Yes.
That was super funny. That video was hilarious of the cat that ripped up the wheel and just. Salinas Valley, hello.
Hello, hello.
I have a drag truck that goes 150 plus.
Hey.
Josh sounds like the Old Spice guy. Oh, he keeps posting it. Biggio, there's a face for you to make a meme. Somebody knows. Chainsaws here.
Chainsaw?
Checking in from Chicago. Plunkenstein, RCN model. Medic did a video on how to drive 2 trucks at once a year. So go. Backyard Pit Bike Nation, yo!
I mean, that sounds fun.
I know, right?
We've had a lot of fun on pit bikes around bonfires, and
That was a long time ago.
that was a long time ago.
That seemed like a good idea.
We were pulling my big wheel around a bonfire
You
with
were pulling your wife, wasn't your wife at the time, your girlfriend, around after a wedding of one of our friends.
which was held in the same cornfield as what we were having the bonfire.
Right. And you were pulling me around on the big wheel on a pit bike, but for some reason we decided around a bonfire would be a good idea.
It was a good idea. It was just hard to see. It was so dark.
Well, everyone has to tailgate in.
Yeah.
You know, you can't headlight in. Like, see.
Doing some bearing replacement on these axles. I didn't know anything about the condition of these. They actually all look really good, but I'm going to replace them all anyway.
Chainsaw says, I just got a gatekeeper kit. I demand Josh should take it off his fail list.
It wasn't on my fail list. It was on my number 11 of my top 10.
Oh,
So
that's different.
not a fail. I just didn't quite make my top 10 list.
What's your opinion on lowering kit for Wraith? Does the small upgrade make a difference? Justin Collins would like to know.
Stock wraiths are definitely way too tall, so definitely do what you can to lower them.
You into the new sour beers? I do like a sour beer.
I don't.
Happy New Year, Josh, Nicole, and everyone, Portland, Oregon. Cousin Mike here, longtime listener, first time caller.
God.
How should I reroute my trunnion gasket bearing in my custom Honcho Jeep Climber cart truck? You guys have to go to bed.
Nicole can't handle people she actually knows.
Think you could build a mod that runs off Mountain Dew asking for...
Oh, what did I was stopping at Taco Bell today because that seemed like a good idea.
I wasn't hungry.
And I said to Nicole, I said, hey, you want anything? And she, no. And I listed all the things I could think of, including the Mountain Dew slushy, because I think that that's a thing there. And she called it a meth head margarita.
You know how many people on here are going to be offended by that and be like, I love Mountain Dew.
Oh, I got a Mountain Dew, but not the,
Oh, you're gross. That's gross.
I do not drink Mountain Dew very often, but every once in a while hits the spot.
Paul Matlock gave us $5. Thank you. Please make sure Matt doesn't drive his Axial SMT 10 off a 50-foot cliff.
We can only do so much about Matt's driving skills.
Here's an RC joke. Tamaya and a set of bearings walk into a bar. Nothing else happens.
Hey, that's what keeps Nicole in a job.
It does.
The fact that they don't include bearings. No.
Good evening from Sweden. Good evening. What's the vanquished underdrive ratio for a 1.9?
What's the vanquish? It's so if you're talking about the for a 1.9, underdrive ratio for a Wraith one. Oh, that would, if you must be talking about just the gear set. It's about 10% because that's a 33.9, I think, something like that. So what? Oh my God.
Number one fan thing. Thank you, little Billy. Buys a Maserati for his nephew and then giving...
Oh, you should... You bought a Maserati Power Wheel, and we bought a Gladiator.
Why do you have to... Why can't I just say Maserati?
I'm just saying.
As if
He was still one-upping us. We bought a Jeep.
He didn't know, though.
Oh, I see.
He did not know. We just have the same mind. We're just...
Like,
we're both just grown children who, like...
Getting our nephew's Power Wheels.
Like, nephews, what can we buy that we didn't get? Like,
yeah. Like, what's the minimum age you can buy your nephew a Power Wheel?
We were talking about it before he was born.
Well, yeah.
I mean, like, honestly.
Yeah. Power Wheel's obviously one of those.
But theirs has a remote. Owen's has a remote.
Yeah, that's
awesome.
That is pretty cool.
But I mean, he's younger than Emmett is, so.
Right.
But he was rocking with Baby Yoda. In the pic. Emmett had Clifford in the
back.
In the
bed.
Yeah, and yeah. Hello, Nicole and Josh. Working on my Axial Gladiator, watching in Alaska. What's your thoughts on a Baja Pro X or Super Swamper TSL?
I think the TSL's only, the Baja's only done by RC4 Drive, correct? And then the other one you can get a Proline. I think the Proline rubber is better than RC4 Drive's rubber compound. But I don't love TSLs, just personally, the style, because it's like what I grew up with, everybody had. But I think that the Proline ones work really well.
Are the VS4 chassis kits going to be available?
Yep.
Must have one now to build my crawler as a starter base. Our friend Craig.
They are almost back. Soon.
Phoenix says all Power Wheels should have a remote. That would be the best. I mean, honestly, it's super cool to watch him just like be able to sit in that car. And I did tell Mike that
He still has to steer, right?
no, No.
You can steer it from there too?
Yeah, they were like driving him around the house.
Oh man.
And
So
I
I
told
wonder
Mike
what they
that
did for
people are
steering.
taking bicycle tires and putting them on the wheels. He's like,
Right.
oh, so I can drive it in the street. He's like, well, what else can we do? How fast can we get this baby going? I'm like, you guys can talk about that. I'm not. It has to be the parent. It was the parent who
Right.
said that, so that's okay. Like, but
Yeah.
as far as I'm concerned, like, it has to be the parent who says how fast can it go. Otherwise, we can't make it go.
I mean, we could give, yeah, you got to give him like the red key with it. Like the,
Yeah, right.
you can use the little battery, or I got him this, or I got him this helmet and you could use this battery.
It's petrol. Like Marshall's on it. He'll love wearing it.
Yeah.
Are you going to get the new NSDRC servo?
Oh, I don't know, possibly. I had his first one, the RS 800 or something, but I have not.
Oh my goodness. Okay, quit talking. Happy New Year. Can't suggest.
Wait, what?
I don't know.
Where are you trying to read it? Happy New Year. Got can't suggestions on what kit to put under a 324 millimeter wheelbase truck
There
body.
you go.
There we
Do
go.
you have?
Oh, just
An autocorrect.
I mean, almost any kit will work just fine because you can easily adjust the length of the rear links. You're just going to have to build some new rear links. Shouldn't be too hard for you.
Good job. Copied the budget build. Awesome. Josh, will you join my 100-mile challenge this year? I don't know what that is, but yeah.
100. Do I have to drive 100 miles or try and go 100 miles an hour?
Ooh, either way, we do both of them. Josh, I bought my 3-year-old a Jeep. Ours has a remote also. If it didn't have a remote, I would have a bunch of conversation with neighbors after she crashed into their in real life cars. That was from Dale. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, RC Dave charged up $5. Any New Year's resolutions besides getting that 500K sub break done, Josh?
No.
Yeah, I'm going to be that guy bringing it up till it finally happens. Mike's cousin Mike again. What's in the glass? Champagne. Well, because it's a joke.
I know.
Yeah.
It's funny too. I like it.
New Year's resolutions. To not cuss as much. Yeah, right. Fuck that.
Yeah. No, I do want to. I mean, I don't really. It's not a New Year's resolution. I just have plans to try and get a bunch of
I
other.
thought you were gonna spend more time with your wife.
Yeah, but that's just a all the time resolution. No time limit on that.
Whatever.
No time to start.
No time limit till the divorce papers come. And then you have a time limit. And it's called 50-50. Billy Freeman, never gonna happen, Coley. You're right. I know. Okay, just bought a TRX 4 Sport and bought SSD rims and a 2.2 Hyrax. Just realized it's too big for the vehicle.
Yeah, these 2.2s are just not the right choice. You should stay 1.9s. 1.9 truck, stay with 1.9 tires.
Any news on upcoming RC tiny truck events coming up in 2021? Going crazy to go outside and play.
There's
maybe Josh. Where on the frame did you add your rail extensions to your king hauler?
I bought completely new rails. I didn't buy extensions. So I bought them from Semi Joe, and they were just a 28-inch long frame rail for the king hauler. So I did not do the extensions. That looked like a lot of work, cutting and re-drilling and all that. I was like, eh. I liked the one piece.
And Craig, I didn't mean to cut him off, but he has it on his website. And
Oh,
we
well,
just don't know.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah.
TBD.
There's a date for Scale Nationals and there's a date for King of the Streets, but the West or Axial Fest East, but those are really all.
Tegan RX8.
Great ESC. Tegan RX4 is what I would rather use in crawlers because it's weatherproof.
Is there any way to special order a long gated VS410 chassis so I can make a 6x6 with a badass chassis and trans?
What is she doing?
Boosa boys never die. Where did he say? We'll keep Josh. Billy said, keep Josh. Oh, he meant we will keep Josh. Yeah, I know.
Rather
I
than
know.
cousin.
I get it. You and LBB can live together.
Mm-hmm.
Have fun. Let's see. Sue Sherwood says, why would you give a dislike? Don't watch if it's not your cup of tea.
It happens every time.
You know?
Yeah, a lot. People, it's a thing.
Yeah.
But in the end, it counts the same as it's just
It's okay.
interaction.
Yeah, it's
so,
okay.
Like it or dislike it, you're still clicking the button.
Thank you.
It still counts.
Thanks for the click. Josh, what battery do you run in your Tiny Dancer?
I run a 1300 milliamp E-Flight pack.
Do the divorce papers come with a remote? 50% of what Josh told you or actual cost? Mike J calling somebody out. He said, Sue, that dislike was 2 hours before the stream started, you know?
Yeah, it was, before it even started, they're just like, nope. Don't like it.
Like, these guys are terrible. I don't even need to say this.
Already know.
Just joined. What are you building? Yes, we drive. 100 miles full scale trail. That would be tough for this one.
Yeah.
Can you open that window?
I can.
Some folks can't help but act like what they sit on. That's nice. Who would keep the cats? The one who takes care of them? And by that logic, I would have to keep him as well.
Sucker.
Off the phone. What did I miss? NP, if you're looking for cheaper route, I would go with Axial SCX-102. As long as she doesn't take the RC cars, you'll be fine. Thanks to you guys, I know which ones to take. So, I have got a prototype Ripper.
Yeah. That's...
Would love to have you as part of the challenge.
I don't think that I'm going to do 100 miles of real trail this year. I'm going to have to buy something different. Because I'm not trying to wreck the one that I have a high payment on. I guess
he said full size.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, no. We're not doing that. I'm sorry. Well, I thought you meant little.
No.
Yeah, no. Our shit is street driver, like daily driver. We can't afford that. I can afford for an axle to break on one of these, not on one of those. So.
Remember that night I broke an axle on the way to your apartment? In that snowstorm?
Oh, yeah, and it squeaked for like 5 years. God.
It wasn't 5 years.
Even your dad was annoyed by that. And he doesn't listen to anything. He's like, what is that? Like, yeah, I know. Your son's a loser.
It was not 5 years for one. It was not nearly that long. But
somebody said, hi, thick boy. Little Billy, are you watching?
Uh-huh.
Someone sent Josh a shirt that says thick boy on it. I think I don't know if I gave it to him or I gave it to my mom, the Harley tattoo. Little Billy was going to put it on his face, but then he wasn't at Grandma's birthday last year, so. Yep. Let's see. Y'all have a welder, anything can be fixed.
You don't want to really weld axle shafts. I mean, it's possible, but it's just not a good idea.
Good.
And I have 110 welders. You really need some.
We have grown men donate to every Wednesday and Friday, and you can afford it, no problem.
You don't understand how much it costs to keep doing these things.
I'm like, do you know how much these kits cost? This costs me money. Thank you, Eddie, for letting us. For paying for this.
For paying for the bearings and
the kits.
Yeah.
And the shit that you buy off of Facebook. I don't know where you find this shit.
I mean, this one was on Facebook. You are correct.
Let's see. So, filming and driving an RC blows. Hard work. No idea how you know where the camera rig is pointing.
Yeah, that's something. It's just practice because that's how I film all my videos. One hand driving, one hand filming.
Yeah, because I'm definitely.
Nicole. she'll carry things like, here, carry this. She's fine. But if you tell her like to do one of the other two things, she's like, I don't care if enough to do that.
No.
I'm not participating.
No. Can you please say hi, Ivan?
Hello, Ivan.
Harley Tramp stamp. I think that was his other idea. If I would have had two. Who had those tattoos done? Matt?
No, they were from Sourdough Jack up in Oregon or Washington. What's his actual? Why do I always know his? I remember his RC crawler name for however many years ago. Oh my god, I feel terrible that I cannot remember his name.
I know, because I can picture them, because they all had it. They like somebody fell asleep with it and got
No,
sunburned.
we were out in the sun all day, and he had it on his
face. Maybe.
Yeah, and he had a
That was so funny.
sunburn, except where my sticker was.
Right. You guessed it, cousin Mike again. What size tires are you running on the Gladiator? Oh.
Stock currently. Hopefully, when I get new wheels.
Did I see that Mike bought a Forerunner?
Oh, did he?
A new one.
Wow.
Well, not new.
Well,
Move
that's
it. Yeah.
he had a Hummer H3.
No, that was Little Billy. Mike had the two-door bourbon. Remember?
Well, yeah, but he got rid of that a while ago, didn't he?
Yeah, but that was my favorite car.
You loved the two doors.
I love that two-door Suburban. No, Michael.
Mike, you said Michael. Sorry,
Yeah.
Billy. Yeah. Yeah, but he had a truck. So, okay. Yes, you like those a lot. They were very expensive.
The Forerunners? Yeah. I know. But he flew to like South Carolina or something to get it. And it was a good deal if Mike did that. Because the only person in the world as cheap as me is Mike.
I can't find what I know I have.
Gimbals don't make life easier. Happy New Year, Nicole, kitties, and the other guy on the feed. Would you ever do a nitro to electric conversion like a Revo 3.3 to brushless? Or are you better off just getting in the electric version of the nitro?
Just get the electric version.
Oh, wait, no, I'm saying you drive scale miles by scale trailing on hikes using your scale
I see.
trailing rig, not saying you have to use your Gladiator. Then
that I could do.
That we could try.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
Yes.
I need to go try and find something. Maybe I left it in my jacket.
I need more of this. Thank you. 4-door Suburban with a 12-inch lift and 44-inch tires.
I'd run to the Jeep.
Okay. Yes, run to the Jeep. Perfect. Yes, he's gone. And a cat's in the window. Not as entertaining when I don't have anyone to make fun of. No, when I was telling that story last week, to get him to get my truck smogged, I stole his keys, both sets of them, and hid them in the morning. So that was how I got him to have to take my Jeep to get it smogged. Have I seen Bloodshot? Oh my gosh, Phoenix, are you Google?
Bloodshot or Blood?
Are you listening?
He said, did he say Bloodshot or Bloodsport?
I think he meant Bloodsport because it's been on Vice for the last 3 weeks. Thank you. No, you don't. You're fine. You didn't even finish that. Don't take all of it, Josh.
There was only a little left.
Moose Jaw's gonna have to come over.
What, to bring you more champagne?
Yeah. We got nothing else. Matt said finally we can be alone. God. Okay. Where's Squirrel?
She's in the window.
Bloodshot with Vin Diesel.
Oh, I have not seen that one.
How do you get the blue names with the wrench?
Oh, those are
our fabulous moderators.
Yes, they help take care of
Is
random.
that Dom or Brute?
Corbell.
It's CBS.
Yeah.
Want I call the cops? You okay, Josh? Are you? Nicole, I can send you a custom spicy librarian t-shirt like I sent Josh's thick boy. How do you want to look? You and Josh can wear your shirts together. Oh, lots of rum. That's all I need. I'm a rum drinker.
Yes, that is true.
Can't drink vodka to save my life. No, Mike J. If you cannot be a moderator because you say we live in California all the time. So, what is the best glue to glue down donut tires?
Donut. What is a donut
I
tire?
don't know. Look it up. Google it. Patron. Yeah, that I can deal with too.
Oh, no, but I put. Oh, you gotta. We did scale hardware on diff covers.
I'm so annoyed with you by that.
Why?
You know how you know.
You're not wearing a low cut shirt or anything.
What?
Just
No, the scale hardware, not
Oh.
the camera angle. Oh my god, who are you?
not trying to.
The scale hardware. They're just small screws. I'm sorry, they're just small screws. Are you trying to mute me?
I would. I wish I had that button.
I know that you guys sell them, and that is.
They're not just like this is a screw. This is the same size screw, but it's got a hex head.
So it's just small screw.
No, it's a different. It looks like what a regular screw on a regular vehicle would look like.
Like a small screw.
They're called scale hardware.
But it's like a small screw, though, right? It's like just a smaller screw. Just a same version, but a smaller. I mean, I know that's scale, but like.
Yes, you're defining.
But like screws come in every size, right? So like, how does
Not
that
these.
work?
These are special. You can't just get these. You have to make them.
Clearly, because y'all are making them, which is ridiculous.
We had them custom forged. All right. Axles are new bearings, re-greased all around. I didn't realize this had plastic knuckles. Otherwise, I would have.
Did anyone see Home's trial run with new ESC and 6-shooter sensors?
Have not yet.
Oh, I'm like, when anyone starts anything with, did anyone see Holmes? I'm always intrigued.
Like-
John Holmes is a great friend of ours.
Just waiting to hear what he's
But like
getting into.
I'm always anxious to hear what John Holmes is up to because it's always something that I appreciate. 'Cause he's my fave. Let's see. Do you have a 3D printer? We do. Coley with the never-ending burns, said Billy. Let me have a drink with you all, please. Do. Jesse Mack, late again due to YouTube not. Oh, I'm sorry. How long of hardware is considered a small screw? 2 millimeters.
2 millimeter heater.
That is a small screw. Scale, sorry, whatever.
You snorted.
Shut up. My girl just bought some Espolone.
That's the shirt. Remember?
Yeah. Oh, Tim.
Yeah.
Yeah. Josh has his favorite shirt. That
I have a.
How did you get that? It was like our gift exchange.
Yeah.
At the Freemans, and Tim had some like free.
There's like a
polo that's LS Blonde or whatever. Josh got it. It's a great polo.
It is.
Wears it.
It's like a dry fit.
It is a dry fit. So I mean, who cares if it was free?
Mm-hmm.
Josh, you ever print with ABS?
Nope, I do not. I don't feel like dealing with the finickiness. I try not to use 3D printing in too much of like actual structural situations. I'd rather use like actual hard parts. So what? That's funny.
Hopefully, by the time I can afford a brushless setup, Holmes USB-C would be out.
Yep, I agree. I'm looking forward to whatever he's got coming as well.
Matt Ryan says hi from Australia. Haven't seen you guys since last year.
Oh, Dad.
Hobbits have a small screw. Ordered a Savox 2290 Black Edition servo today. Ever use one?
I don't use a lot of Savox stuff personally.
Gene Master 74 says Merry New Year.
Merry New Year as well. This has kind of a
Alex knows about 3D printers.
true story.
kind of trying to figure out if the 6-shooter is an outrunner or an inrunner that doesn't require a sensor. Yeah, Dale. That's what was funny.
What?
The moment of silence that we had.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. When Ben came up with a hashtag. Thanks, Ben.
Hashtag.
I have officially put plans into motion to pick up a VS410. So many decisions will need to be made for the build. Travis, that's the fun of it, right?
Which Travis?
Gilmore?
Travis Gilmore.
Shop t-shirt.
Yep.
What's up from Nowhere, Maine tonight? Mike McEllengott said CFPETG.
Carbon fiber PETG.
That's all.
Yes. I do like PETG. I've not ran a carbon fiber infused PETG, but she fell. What? Oh. Invoking Prima Noctis at his wedding. That was from Game of Thrones. It's either from, I think it's from Braveheart.
You watch Game of Thrones.
I know what Prima Noctis is not because of it's from Braveheart, and it's when the king deflowers the brides on their wedding night. That is what it's from.
That's funny.
Yeah, and do you want to know the reason I know that? Because Michael misuses it as a joke on The Office.
Oh. Josh looks like a Hobbyling kind of guy.
False.
DORC says, sup, Josh. I finally watched Flying Cars. Well, I can't believe I was able to sit through it all. I can't believe you were able to sit through it all either.
Was Drew your favorite or the jailbait?
We'll use that hashtag in our next post. I don't know how anyone sat through it because that was the shittiest movie I've ever seen in my entire life. And I've been to some art film.
You've been to art films?
Yeah.
When? I don't believe you.
I have.
What shitty radio station did you win tickets on?
I'm sorry. I was from a big city. I was from Kansas City. Let's talk.
Uh-huh.
Fort Calhoun.
I'm just saying. You're not
Population 500.
800.
Okay. Thanks.
800. Thank you.
Is really easy to print compared to other filaments.
Yes, it is. PETG.
Matt said, glad I didn't have to correct you. I think you were talking about me talking about Flying Cars.
Oh, no, I'm guessing he was talking about me trying to say it was from Game of Thrones rather than Braveheart.
Little Billy, you should buy Flying Cars and see what our sport's all about. Because if anybody watches that and doesn't have background, they're gonna be horrified and run.
Hey, Little Billy's been to a major RC event, so he knows exactly.
I watched the Flying Cars trailer. That was enough. It was. And you didn't have to pay for it. Better than watching a random tire kill people.
Rubber was so good.
What?
Rubber was a good movie. Like, it was exactly what it was, a psychopathic tire.
We're not having
The whole
we're
thing.
not fighting tonight. It's the new year. Luckily, I was at work getting paid, or else I wouldn't have lasted. That's what she said.
I'll give you that one.
Thanks.
1 point.
Oh my God, Josh and Matt on ESPN The Ocho commentating on RC high jumps.
It's a bold move, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off.
I like the idea of having Flying Cars viewing party for live stream takeover. Oh my gosh, they would get demonetized so fast.
Yeah. They demonetized us just for playing the trailers.
Yeah.
Which they gave us permission to do.
Alex said something smart about rubber. I don't know if it's a joke or not.
What did he say? Rubber is a deconstructionist meta commentary on filmmaking. Yeah.
You don't even know what that means.
It's exactly
what idiot. You know what it means. Oh my God. Stick to math, stupid. Like, come on.
It is, like it said, no reason. The whole thing from the start. No reason. It was such an odd tire too. Like it's not a
I don't
normal
even
tire.
talk about it. Like I said,
It had a
it's
weird.
the new year.
It had a
Like, we
weird
don't
bead.
want to fight.
Oh, you know what this does? I'm putting new shocks on this.
G Tosh 11 wants to know, Josh, is the body post on the Enduro Sendero and a SCX 10-2 in the same location?
Ooh, I don't know that.
Dale says, my dad won tickets from the radio. He had to write a story about why he deserves them. He wrote a story about running into his soulmate after 10 years. He won.
Sounds like a lot of work for free tickets. Got to write a whole story. I got my new Traxxas shock oil carousel. Which shock oil should we use?
The sardine.
Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, you know I'd win that one.
40 weight? Nah. We're going 80 weight.
So now I need to decide on Ultra Pro. I kind of want the portals, but I like the stronger transmission gears in the other.
If you want portals, get the portal because the gears that are in the Ultra are great. Like they're not breaking. You're not going to worry.
The fastest name in Shockwave. Overtime Hobby Garage Williams. What's up, Friday night friends? Just purchased a GoPro 9 Black with holiday package deal.
Nice.
I
It's
feel
worth
like
it. The 9's a great camera.
I feel like if I weren't a mod, I'd be virtually getting a wedgie for being a nerd. I don't think anybody in here has any room to talk besides me.
Besides you. Yeah, totally you.
I mean, I just married a nerd. I'm not one.
It still counts.
Does it?
Yep. I almost cut off the tip of the top of this shock or this oil, and then I realized that it's a fancy like
It is. See, I think this thing is great.
it's like a ketchup cap.
It does have a bearing
Or
in it.
Yeah, it's a what do you call it? Like a
I prefer dork as
Mustard.
nerd.
I like nerd better than dork.
Josh bought that or it was free? It was free.
It was Traxxas sent it to me. They sent it to me with my massive motor for the TRX6.
Weirdest movie ever, Under the Skin. I shouldn't even say
Under
that.
the what?
Nothing.
Where'd it go? Weirdest
Nothing.
movie ever.
Nowhere. Nowhere.
Make
Nowhere.
the making of Rem Lazar.
Instead, everyone live in fear of you.
I don't know what that
I
means.
don't know. Maybe me. You will probably need that lid seal you just pitched.
Right.
Phillips off-road.
here. Oh no, the other one that I ripped off. That one is an actual foil one that you have to remove.
Where'd she go?
She's around. I promise she hasn't gone far.
Well, I know that's the issue. That letter is framed and hangs on their wall. Oh, it's a love story, bro. How many love notes does Nicole have framed? Yeah.
Same as any of my
Wives?
that past girlfriends, boyfriends, anything. They're all the same.
What?
They're all
It's Josh weird.
no, they're just all zero. Doesn't matter. You can make it any category, it's a zero. Well, now it's off balance.
Yeah, no. How many love notes do you have? I write you a love note
Oh, she does.
every time you go out of town.
Exactly. She hides one in my bags
Why?
because you pack my bags.
Right. Just saying. Plot twist, Josh is gay. Oh, Ben deleted it. That can be shown. Colby, that was funny. But no, I have 0. But he has hundreds.
Was I supposed to keep those?
No. Yeah, like I want more clutter in this
It's like,
house.
well, you should have wrote them on not post-it notes then.
Some of the time though, right? I
They're
love
the-
you. Have fun. Be safe.
Yeah.
I miss you.
You have a stamp.
Like, this is getting exhausting. Piazza Woodworks. Happy New Year, guys.
Hey, he's the furniture maker I like to follow.
That one that you showed? Oh, that was so cool. Piazza Woodworks, you're awesome. Everyone needs to follow him on
I think I watch him on YouTube, and I think I also comment.
whatever, because that table, like, remember we talked about it? I was like, someday I'll have a house that has a dining room that doesn't have a foosball table in it.
Our last house had a foosball table in the dining room instead of a.
But your stuff is absolutely beautiful, gorgeous. I love it. No one should let their wives watch it unless they want to spend a whole ton of
Well,
money.
and because he's in, I think, Australia. So shipping.
That was the other reason I said that we couldn't have it.
Yeah.
Was because shipping to Australia is crazy to ship. You know how much it cost me to ship a 2-ounce package to Australia? Like almost
For
17,
yeah.
almost $17.
Yeah.
It's crazy. We lose money shipping to Australia.
That is crazy.
I know. New year, new gender identification for RC Dave charged up, gave us $2. Thank you. That's a lot of shock fluid history repeats itself. Glad to see you're using a wrench on those nuts, not pliers.
It's the handiest little Craftsman 5.5 millimeter wrench ever. Sometimes pliers are a must just because you can't really hold things where you need to. But
Randall Hill said, "Whoa, woman, oh woman, don't treat me so mean. You're the meanest old woman I've ever seen."
my dad used to sing that
That's him you say.
constantly
So,
growing up.
thank you.
Woman, oh woman, why treat me so mean? The meanest old woman
Good job, Randall. Are we gonna get a shock oil money shot?
I have the gif of that happening. John Alas sent it to me 2 days ago.
Oh my god, I just remember hearing like screaming, howling from my basement and like running down there like what? And Howard and John
Yeah.
and Josh, yeah. True class.
I mean, I don't know what it was about, but I
A
agree.
foosball table in the dining room.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I remember we put a Can you please send that to me?
No. This is the hold on. Let me double
I don't know if it's playing.
and there you
Go, John.
go.
RC Rednecks as well in the army. My wife would send me multi-page letters. I would reply with half page. Married 15 years now. See, you're in good company.
If I was in the army, I would send you half page as well.
I remember. So Cindy, my best friend, and her husband was in the Marines, and she would write him letters all the time. And he saved them all, and so she has them in this book. And there's ones for me that are just wasted, just like if you ever hurt her I will find you. Like all this stuff, like
As your response, you're sending that to
me sending
a
them
Marine, like
special forces, like
right.
you couldn't even send it to where he actually was, you couldn't know where he actually was, like it was funny. Gene Master gave us $5. Thank you. Nicole's white hair reminds me of There's Something About Mary. I barely have one bottle of chocolate, let alone oil to necessitate an entire
rack. I love a good Wayne's World pun.
Would you lose money shipping to the UK, Nicole? Not usually. We don't usually, but it depends. If it's like one bearing. But no, not usually. DLC says 1 of 2. Their first date was in junior high to Paul McCartney. Dates for a year, then just stayed friends. 10 years after high school, my mom just got a divorce and had 2 kids she ran into.
Were we just talking about something like that?
Yeah, it was Dale's. It was 2-2. My stepdad, Paul McCartney, came into town. He wrote the note, won the tickets. Stop. Did you hear?
Paul
He
McCartney
adopted my sister and I.
Oh. You can get Nicole all misty.
I'm literally gonna cry. I love it. Oh. And he has a 14-year-old in school. But I love you.
He's in Seattle. We'll go see him.
We will. Hot the like button. Jared Graber, thank you.
Whenever I think of that, whenever someone says something like that, though, I always think of Bad Boys.
Why?
Like, because I was just, I'm about to hot this fool. That was just like something Will Smith or Martin Lawrence you would say at the time. About to hot this fool.
I'm glad you think that's funny.
I'm saying it's funny.
Under the Skin was Scarlett Johansson.
Under the skin.
I mean, I love her.
I thought hers were real.
I think they are. Yeah, I think they are. That's why she's.
What are we talking
great.
about?
I don't know. No one mentioned. Everyone's talking about terrible movies, and no one has mentioned Maximum Overdrive. Josh, what was that? Do it again. LMAO.
What?
These streams, there are some running jokes on these streams. Just go with the flow. Steve D is keeping track of our concurrent viewers most in a while.
Actually, that is true. I don't know that I've ever seen it that at over 400. Well, in a while, like since like maybe a big release or something.
It's because all my family is here.
Yeah. That's the extra 50 some people. It's all your family members.
Only 200 people watching, and then the rest is family. Matt says that movie's super creepy. Gene Master says $2. Thank you. If you need to ship anything to me, I'll pay shipping. It's not me. It's Eddie, so you're fine. They're real and they're spectacular. Okay, they are. I agree. 100%.
It's a Seinfeld joke.
Okay, but
still, I agree.
Yeah. Being a running joke require running shoes. Your Scarlett Johansson comes up and Josh's mind goes where? I mean
Scarlett Johansson.
Little Billy and the cousins are padding the numbers. I just watched The Ballad of Buster Scruggs on Netflix. Part of the first part.
Is that the one with Will Smith as the golfer? What was it? Ballad of Buster Scruggs.
It's the guy from Step Brothers.
Huh. What am I thinking of?
I don't. Wonder World and Wonderful Whites of West Virginia.
Oh, that's a great one.
Does Jake ever pop in here? Jake is way too cool.
My brother? No, he's like in Puerto Rico right now.
Yeah.
He's just going to be down there for a few months.
What else? I mean...
My brother and his wife are very different than Nicole and I. Very, very different.
Everyone's seen Maximum Overdrive, Alex. Right?
Nah, I don't know if I have.
Yeah, you have.
Have I?
You're thinking of The Legend of Bagger Vance. Thank you.
Legend of Bagger Vance.
Bandito.
It sounds very similar.
Oh, Phoenix said it too. Ballad of Buster is epic. It's all about Cobra Kai on Netflix right now.
Son of a... Oh, wait, no, that'll work.
Nicole looks fabulous and looks so happy tonight. Thank you, Matt Ryan. Did Josh buy you something awesome for Christmas?
we don't do gifts for each other.
Other things for Christmas. We're in our... He's in his 30s. And we don't have kids. Like, my gifts are all Emmett gifts.
For her.
Or my nephew. All nephew gifts. Like, that's all I want for Christmas is for other people to give me things that I can give to him. Like, I don't need anything. I'm good. Like, I'm fine. Yeah. Oh, I'm good. So no, we don't get each other things for Christmas. It's the champagne.
Yeah, it's a good thing too because I'm
purchased a litter robot yet.
Oh, I mean, I'd have to look at the shipping notifications.
You're such a liar. I would see that. I have an alert. If anything over $100 comes out of our bank account, it comes to me immediately. Like Horizon Hobby got $105 the other day, and I was like, "Excuse me, why do you work in this field? You do this for a living, and we're paying $105 to Horizon Hobbies? Like, no, thank you." And it was for Tony. It wasn't, but F Charger TV gave us $10. Thank you.
Hey, thank you.
Putting in a Reef 777 for the first time. Recommend getting the 3S connector that powers the servo via the balance port. Or is the norm BEC with a bypass harness still a better setup? Reef servo opinion.
Don't use the balance ports. Balance ports are not made for that type of thing, especially the constant connection, reconnection, and they're not made for the amperage. So don't go to that. Figure out what the other options are. Hardwire it if possible, but don't go to a balance port on your battery.
Old Ford's Garage 2 says hi.
Hello.
We all chipped in to get you the litter robot. He hasn't given it to you yet, says Phoenix. No. Randall says, I have no kids either. I built a gaming PC for my nephew and a little PC for my great niece. Hey, exactly. That's all I want. I don't give to charity or give to my nephew. That's all I care about. I don't need anything. You mean Josh didn't 3D print you a litter robot?
I 3D printed her a little bandsaw and she didn't even like it.
Because you sold the fucking spring out of my pink pen.
I put it back and I put the pen back on your desk.
I found it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciated that. And I was like, oh my God, did he really take it out of there?
I did.
I know. I was shocked. I saw it.
You almost didn't.
No, I didn't.
You didn't? Or you did?
I'm waiting for the Let's Get Nicole a Robot stream. Me too.
No, I did take it out of there and I didn't replace it.
And you know what I need after the litter robot? Which I'll never get, but that's fine. A Roomba.
You think a Roomba would really work here?
And you know why I was thinking about that? Because I had a freak out the other day and threw all of your stuff that you left all over the living room at you.
She threw literal boxes at me.
Through Proline. Thank you, Proline. You're an amazing company, but thanks for sending us the 2.5-foot license plate that says Proline on it. That's been sitting in my living room for 6 months.
I was gonna do something.
And I frisbeed that at him, and then I took that Tamiya box, that fucking
the semi-trailer
monster truck that's been sitting in my
semi-trailer
doorway for 3 months.
No, I haven't even.
And I chucked that, and then I started to go over for the boxes that are all right there.
Those have expensive things.
And he stopped me because he had something to say about how I don't do anything or something. I don't remember. And I was like, this is why, because you never, like, I think first it started with socks, and then it giant license plate, and then the RC boxes, and then it was about to go to the other RC boxes, the pile that I have out there, which I hate piles, I hate boxes, I hate.
It was a definite overreaction. I agree. But
I know.
But I forgave you for it immediately. I said, it's okay. I understand that you're... And next time, it won't be... You'll learn from it and not do that again.
You said that to me.
Yeah.
That's what you said?
It's okay. You'll be... I forgive you. I just want to say that. So you don't feel bad about it later. Maybe I said it under my breath. I can't remember. It's time we build a transmission. Thank you. Complete transmission. So, while she keeps feeling so bad, she's embarrassed how bad she feels. Ridiculous. But I hate making you feel bad, so I'm it's my biggest fear. Your apology was the best part.
Yeah.
I wasn't listening.
Gene Master, give us $2. Don't mind. You need love and affection. So
You're welcome.
oh my god. You're so stupid.
Something wrong with you.
There's nothing wrong with you. Do you think I would apologize?
I mean, obviously.
Josh, Lloyd, Nicole. I thought the table was falling when you were the kid. Josh, I'm looking for a 6-channel. Matt says, should I call the police?
Should I call the police? Blink if you're in trouble.
No.
She did really wing that license plate at me.
Was pissed. I'm looking for 6-channel surface radio. Anything new coming out soon? Recommendations of current models. I had to touch my glasses when I was doing that because I was crying because I was laughing.
6-channel surface.
I gotta go.
Okay. I don't know of anything new coming out, but I can't say that I get much information on things like that anymore, just with the change of things. Like I'm still with Taba and all that, but I don't really hear about anything new like that. I just hear about them when everyone else does now, so I can't tell you. Nicole makes Josh show the human side. This is why it's fun to watch. I show my humans. You'd be very surprised that basically what you see is what you get. RC videos or not.
One would be surprised by that, I don't think.
I'm a robot. Or as Nicole calls it, an emotional retard.
I mean, Josh, know of anyone that makes a cylinder-shaped 6S lipo? Not sure why, but my wife goes through D batteries constantly.
I apologize. That's not what I do not know of anything.
I think that was a joke.
Okay.
I mean, I get it.
Push the goat for my little sister.
Every guy that's ever been married knows exactly what Nicole's fault.
Sorry. Didn't mean it to be such a gut reaction so quickly.
An engineer saying is human, huh? Josh gave me a hug for Christmas one year, said little Billy.
I've definitely give little Billy hugs every time I see him. But we
You're
also
trying to give him a wedgie while you're doing it.
we also wrestle every Christmas.
Like,
all right, time to throw down.
Mike, I'm sorry, but little Billy is Josh's fave. You're my fave, but little Billy. Well, everyone's my fave, you know that. But Josh does love him some little Billy butthole.
That's not. You should really explain that.
Nope.
That's his nickname, not given by me. That's just the nickname they gave him.
I feel like a scale litter box might be the last straw before she murders.
A scale litter box. I'm gonna draw a Robo litter box on Sunday.
If you spent that much time doing that and not ordering me one, I probably would murder you.
Challenge accepted.
Every time you push squeeze that goat, you owe us a Capra video. This little Billy win always. It's okay. I'm 205 pounds. The little Billy's apparently been working out.
205 pounds?
Yeah.
He was bigger than that last time I saw him. I still whooped him. He has not won yet. I think Mike went too easy on him as a kid.
Are you joking? Yeah. Oh, look at that. That was weird.
Let's see. What? Where?
No, not out loud. Sorry for the RC question on the RC live feed. What do you suggest I pick up with the VS410? Things like brass, pivot balls, or anything like that?
Personally, I would go with the 21% overdrive set. That's my favorite mod. And so that's a good one. That, and then really, wheels and tires. If you like a different set of wheels and tires, is the kind of the other things that I do. But beyond that, my transmission is pretty much stock. My axles are stock. I haven't swapped any, unless you're talking about my Portal rear axle setup. So that's a whole nother thing though. But yeah. And then beyond that, there's not a whole lot.
Ace Legend says hi.
Hey.
What's the build?
What?
What's the build tonight?
We were working on a truck that I picked up a while ago and I'm just kind of doing a bit of rebuilding on. And so doing a set of bearings. It didn't have a transmission when I bought it. Crap. I'm just remembering that I don't need all these screws because I was going to put a dig in this. Shoot. I forgot.
Dang it.
I was just building it like the instructions that I am not using.
I was gonna say.
I remember how they go, so I was just going by instruction. It's a good thing you said something though while I was explaining that, so that I remembered to open the dig.
Even the master forgets sometimes. Can you dig it?
Oh, also there you go. VS410. The dig is super fun, but the VFDs, they as soon as we get those done, they sell so quickly. So I wish I could tell you that you could just buy one with it, but you're gonna have to watch for them.
Moose Jaw, I will have Josh send you the link.
For what?
The goat.
The goat?
He wants to know where you would get one.
Where did you get
I
it?
think I got it on Amazon.
Did you really?
But I had it sent to Mom's house because I figured it was a long time ago, and I figured we were spending Christmas there, but we didn't. So she sent it here. We already need a Harley edition BS410 that mimics your setup, Josh.
Oh, I know. That would be fun. But it's such a like an oddball thing. I know. I would like to do that though. It would be cool to sell them like that, even though it's a pretty specialty thing. I have to take this whole thing out. I already greased it, and then that's a pain.
Mike J's starting shit. How many robots would that truck cost? Today we turn our litter bot into a battle bot.
Oh my god.
Autopilot. Yeah.
Yeah, especially on a 3-gear transmission. Like one I've built however many. I can't imagine how many 3-gear transmissions I've built or rebuilt.
Can there be too much overdrive/underdrive?
Absolutely. It depends on your situation. Like normal trail driving, going over, that 20% range is pretty fine for trail driving. Start getting in like 30%, you kind of need to make sure you've got a good like brushless setup to make sure that the extra drag doesn't cause any issues. But that's the some people run super high percentages for comping. It's okay.
I don't get that.
What?
I'm so out of the loop.
What?
Can the goat sign like Taylor Swift?
I have no idea what that means either.
Someone said LOL. I'm sorry, I don't know. Josh, what transmission is that?
This is a standard 3-gear style. This is a Vanquish transmission kit though. So it's like everything you need for a fully built 3-gear transmission in one package. And then I'm adding the Vanquish Hertz Dig V2.
Someone said we should start a GoFundMe page so Josh can get you that letter.
No.
No. You keep the GoFundMe to realistic people who actually need money, who actually need things. Donate to your local food bank.
No. Yes. I'll buy her the litter box.
You're sweet.
It's just
But donate to your local food bank charity. Harvesters, what do they call it? Feeding America. They need it way more than we do.
I will buy her the litter box.
Doing a class 2 rig, what axles should I grab? I was thinking F9s.
Yeah, F9s are a solid choice. The F9, the Rock Jocks as well. Either of those work well for a class 2. This one's got the Rock Jocks, and this was built as a class 2. I think it was actually built as a class 3 at one point as well, and it had F9s. So works with either. I don't know why I'm re-greasing this, because I already greased it once.
Chips said Happy New Year.
Chips.
I haven't seen him forever. Let's be honest. The only person who would buy the Harley edition is Harley, and then burst into flames when power is first applied. Matt.
False.
Axles from the Pro or Ultra for the Class 2 rig. I have STIM money burning a hole in the
For a class 2, I would stay straight axles, so Pro. That would be my recommendation on that.
Philip Bender wants to know, Josh, does someone make a dig unit compatible with an axial 3-gear transmission, such as the one in the Wraith 1.9?
That is what the Vanquish Hertz V2 dig is, but you have to change the case because Axial changed the transmission case to that gray plastic one. So you have to change the case.
There's a video of goats singing Taylor Swift.
Really?
Oh.
I was unaware of this. I mean, it sounds hilarious. I forgot something.
Cross your fingers for me. Get ready to cut holes in $30 worth of 55-gallon scale drums to use as shock towers covers in my power wagon bed.
Oh, I see where you're going there.
Fingers are crossed.
Best of luck. Yeah.
When are the VFD digs coming back?
I mean, they run constantly. They just don't run as fast. So you just see them in bursts. I don't have a date when the next ones will be on the site, but there's something we always run. So they just will pop up here and there.
Dig for the front or rear drive shaft?
It is a disconnect to the rear drive shaft.
So here's about how many trucks will Josh buy before he buys Nicole a little robot? I'm saying 7. Thank you for answering. Wondering if the rock jocks are better, heard portals are more trouble.
Portals just raise your center of gravity. So if you're trying to compete, that real low center of gravity is a good way to go.
Anyone see the Ripper number 104 for sale on face?
$12,000, he asked.
I have a prototype.
Now, I'm not saying that $12,000 is a reasonable price. I'm just saying that is what somebody asked. However, I happen to know that if somebody wanted one right now,
for 12 grand,
I have no.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm just saying that I may know where a complete one is, brand new, with axles and everything, no electronics, for half that.
Where?
It's for sale.
F Charger
Not
TV
mine, obviously.
gave us $5. Thank you.
Thank you.
My dopey jokes aside, I do owe you and Nicole a thank you for all the great technical and entertaining content you guys provide. Keep it up.
I don't know if Friday nights are technical, but they're mainly for
entertaining. But
at least entertaining.
The rest of your stuff is technical.
Yes.
The rest of his stuff is boring. Don't worry.
Thank you for the donation.
Yes, thank you.
Much appreciated. Let's see.
There's a Ripper for sale in New Hampshire for $5,500.
There you go.
I know a lot of you hardcore RC guys here don't like Hobbywing, but I watched a video tour of the factory and wow. Sorry, Castle. That is one very professional inspiration.
Oh, yeah. That's Hobbywing has very nice. I mean, Hobbywing makes most of the OEM stuff for these companies. Like, they have very nice. I just don't like they're so low on power in comparison. I just don't.
Did Mr. Holmes give you a sneak peek of that 6-pole motor NESC? If so, what are your thoughts on it?
He has not. I have not talked. He and I talk on the phone every once in a while, but it's been a little while.
He's just busy. You got 2 kids.
I'm busy.
We used to see him more than we talked to him.
Right.
Like, we used to go to Columbia all the time, and now we don't. So, let's see. Just give it... Oh, this is funny. Just give it 6 more months, and Nicole will be sitting in Josh's seat doing the build.
Yeah.
It's been 10 years.
It's been 10 years, and she still hasn't really
driven one.
Reached over and grabbed a set of wrenches. So
or
I'm not
driven one.
Not holding my breath. Yeah.
I wouldn't. Let's see. Love the Vanquish trans kit and Hertz dig. I modified it to work on the 10.3 since the stock trans was a dumpster fire. Those chips.
I mean,
he can't say things.
Yeah.
I offered him a check from a Nigerian prince for the Ripper.
You know that same guy? God, he's popular.
I enjoy all the technical information Nicole gives on Fridays, says Alex.
Yeah.
Well, Josh put big welds wheels on the Gladiator.
No. Not well. Methods, maybe?
Oh, yeah.
Or KMCs, maybe.
We'll see.
Definitely.
We'll see when. Maybe
My plan is to convert one of these trucks into one of those.
Okay. I don't care about that.
Right.
Just got one car. What are you building?
this is currently a transmission with a dig housing on the back. So that is going to go into the truck we've been working on tonight, because that truck that I bought a truck used and it did not have a transmission. So I just assembled a Vanquish 3-gear transmission kit, which comes with housing, everything you need for a complete built 3-gear. And then I put a dig on it separately. So
You see what Chip said?
where's that? Explain helos and anchors is technical info.
I never knew that.
Helicopter anchors is something everybody needs to understand.
Oh man. Josh, you should join a Wednesday stream again sometime. I know he's going through a lot, but hopefully you might have some time.
Wait, Wednesday streams? We still do Wednesday.
Holmes, I think.
Oh, yeah.
He's going through anything.
Yeah, I mean,
But
definitely.
it's just we were only 2 hours from Columbia, so we used to see him all the time. We're in California, so we're 2,000 miles away. We don't see him anymore, except for when he comes out here.
Right. He came out here. Did he stay for one night or two?
One night.
One night, yeah. If you don't know about heli anchors, you ain't a true fan.
Who said that? Where do you see that?
Toad
Toad
Daddy.
Daddy. Okay.
Frog Father.
The Frog Father. Put a controller to a basher, and
Yeah, it's just not her thing.
I'm good. No, I had RC cars when I was a kid. I'm good. Do the Ultra 80 millimeter shocks change up travel? Would the extended shock towers, the 90 millimeter ones, be an option? So my oddball idea is going through my head.
So it lowers the ride height, basically. It's one of those things, like, you could go to 90s. I don't know if you go to a 90 and an extended. I think you're still going to limit the up travel at the same place where the pumpkin is going to contact the panhard mount. So I don't think that you're going to end up increasing it much. You might increase a little bit of flex that you get one way or the other, and you're probably going to extend your ride height by a couple of millimeters, a few millimeters.
Oh, look.
We dropped some frames, but it's
Yeah.
okay.
Would you buy a mini-me of your Gladiator?
What I buy?
You already have.
Oh, we bought the Power Wheels one.
Bought a Power Wheel Gladiator.
I mean, I don't know, maybe.
F-Charger.
Right now it's stock, so it's not a very exciting mini-me.
F-Charger TV said you're definitely welcome, but it's not a donation. I was just always told by my mom I have to pay people to be my friends. What is the part number for the dig?
Uh-oh. Can I tell you? This is the blue dig. There's black, clear, gray, red, blue, orange. The blue one is VPS 01354. So I believe 1350 is black, 1351 is clear, so on and so forth. But yes, 1354 is this one.
We are lagging. Sorry.
It's back now.
Is it?
Yeah, I can see up there.
I'm fitting a new bright Ford Bronco body to my Origin DS410 tonight and plan on making some bar work and bumper soon. When are you going to work more with metal? I enjoy the vids.
Hopefully before too long, but I've got some other projects that I want to get wrapped up first before I kind of jump back into that. I got some more lighting for the garage this week, and that will help with that because it's so hard to film in there currently. But I got, what's that?
What are you talking
I got one of those like screw-in LED fixtures that has like 3 panels. Really bright.
about? You're such a lot.
I'm not.
No, you didn't.
I
You got
did.
the info.
Is there infomercials about that? I mean, maybe. I didn't buy off an infomercial because I don't watch TV, but yes, I bought something like that. I bought it off Amazon. It was very highly reviewed. Thank you. That doesn't mean infomercial doesn't mean bad.
Like my mom talking on her purse.
Oh my God, what was that?
Come on.
Now that you could tell was a bad idea from the commercial.
You've seen the 3D light panel with 1,000 LED lights and it goes.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Yeah, I've seen the infomercial 100 times. No, I know what it is. I don't need to see it.
This
I don't
is
need to see it.
Probably a slightly different one.
I doubt it.
But equally awesome.
I doubt it. I doubt it. Did you get two for the price of one? Because if not, you got ripped off, brother.
I've got to look now to see. How do I check? Where's my...
I thought you were joking. I thought you were just like...
No, that's a reasonable thing.
You were messing with me when you were saying...
It hasn't showed up yet.
Did you get it for Chris Tonto Pronto?
I don't know who that is.
Yes, you do.
I do not.
Yes, you do. You know exactly who that is.
I do not know.
Sunglasses. And the visor.
I sure don't. The shake weight. Better yet, still better than the shake weight. That shake weight is unbeatable. Sorry. I will not apologize for my purchase of a pretty cool light fixture. It was on Amazon. It's probably Billy Mays here with Dark Be Gone.
Does it come with a bottle of Flex Seal?
I've used Flex Seal as well. Not the best product, not the worst. STL Sunday Shake Weight.
Is there a way to turn your Pro with the rear portals to 4WS on servo with axle? With servo on axle?
Yeah, you could do that.
Oh,
It'd be the exact same thing. You just have to do a lot of trimming of the actual like plastic cross braces.
Does it come with a ShamWow?
ShamWow mask.
Made in Germany, but made in the US.
Designed in the US.
Josh, any good reference material you use for experimenting with links and climbing geometry? Does a shake weight take these?
D batteries. I really don't have any great methods. I kind of just mock things up usually and measure, or I'll start with the lower links first, kind of adjust, and then go from there. I've done it a number of times, and I feel like I can usually grasp it. But I wish I had like using a piece of all thread, which is cheap, and you can cut it with a pair of pliers. You can come up with the length you need, and then make your final ones. And so, I still stand behind my light purchase. It's not. It's different. It probably looks very similar, but it's definitely different.
It folds.
It does.
Yeah.
You just wait. You just watch until the sun shines on your face when you open the garage. As you open that door and you just bask. Just saying.
The only reason I'm in the garage is to grab my bike or bitch at you about the black shit all over the floor.
Oh yeah, from the CNC.
Yeah.
Sometimes the CNC, I end up dragging a few shavings into the.
Sometimes.
I try and wipe my feet off.
No, you don't.
Keep spinning. I can't. Yeah.
F9s are Vanquish 10.3 housings.
I mean, I prefer straight axles usually, so the 10.3 housings are portal only. But that is your option.
Sorry, I just got here. What are we working on tonight?
We are working on this truck, which I picked up used. It did not have a transmission. We just built a new transmission with a dig housing. And I've already replaced the front set of bearings with a new set of Team Fast Eddy bearings. And now this interior is in there kind of funny. So we're going to see if I can get it out and be able to place this transmission in.
Going to be building a Capra, and I really want to learn and experiment with optimum setups.
Yeah, that's definitely, worth moving around and trying. Now, like the link risers and things like that, I think people just buy those because they're available. I don't necessarily know that raising the rear links is always worth it. It, can be raising and lowering the links at the chassis side can be much easier and much more effective at the same time.
Josh, I have a new bomber. I need a 17-inch wheelbase for a new right body. Any suggestions?
Sorry, broke something. If you have a bomber and you're trying to get 17-inch wheelbase, I mean, just really new links in the rears. I mean, a bomber's being not a non-ladder frame chassis. It's not really a great choice for that, but you might be able to pull it off. Like that's a little bit more difficult than picking a ladder frame chassis where you can properly move the shock towers and such.
Circle maker, said Mike J.
Circle gets the square.
He's talking about the
infomercial.
Yeah.
That was not.
That was what I was thinking too, honestly, in my head. I was thinking, oh, circle maker. What Holmes brush motor would you recommend for a TRX4? I'm running HW 1080. Thinking about the Expert series.
Expert's a great one. That's Crawlmaster Expert 13 turn would be exactly my preferred choice.
Let's see.
So the dig servo position is going to slightly interfere with the cross brace that was needed for the fuel cell in this car previously, but that is okay. We can live without that for now.
Alfie Ramirez wants to know what's an ideal size offset, etc. for aftermarket wheels and tires for BS410, and what is your preferred combo setup for it? Yes, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. I prefer to run 350 hubs all the way around with brake weights up front usually. So that puts it to the equivalent of a 475 up front. And then, I mean, my preferred combo is Proline crawlers on Method 101s or machetes usually.
Bucks RC World says, how's it going tonight? I can confirm they work well. I got it as seen on TV aisle.
I apologize for nothing.
Josh, you've used Fix-A-Flat, haven't you?
I have.
You'll love the light.
Growing up, I had used Fix-A-Flat before. Not
Up
often.
Next on sustaining a Centane in the garage.
It's all for filming. That is the purpose.
Nicole, does Eddie have bearings for Creality Ender 3?
Does he?
What does that mean?
Well, it's a 3D printer. And yes, I would guarantee that he does, but he probably would need to know the bearing sizes.
Yeah, if we know the bearing sizes, we have it probably. Are you going to sell this truck?
Yes.
Maxim says, hi, all guys. Happy New Year to all. Greetings here from Argentina. Nice you're back with us, Nicole. Here dining with my family. Thank you for being here.
What you eat?
Yeah, what are you eating? I bet it's good.
I know.
Can we expect a kit from Vanquish in 2021?
Expect like a new kit? Who knows? Maybe? Possibly?
The last time I wanted to use
Probably.
Fix-A-Flat was when the stripper's implant broke. I knew he would like that. I'm streaming Thick Boy on my 65-inch TV. Ugh. Are you putting a dig in that Class 2 comp rig?
I did put a class 2 or a dig in this, but I'm not necessarily considering this a class 2 comp rig. I don't really care to build to the rules as much, so this is more just because I like to run digs in trucks. So this truck gets a dig.
I ordered an SCX 10-3 raw. I can't figure out what electronics I want to run in it yet, though.
I mean, I did on the SCX 10-3, I did a video with all my suggestions for electronics and like multiple levels of budget, just because it can be hard to choose. So
Josh is the old lady that buys everything they see on TV.
that's not you were the one who watches QVC.
As entertainment, never bought anything off of it, but it's funny as shit. Remember the other day, what did we see that was so funny on QVC?
It was that shaker.
Oh my god. The exerciser, it just vibrates back and forth, and they sit on this thing and it just vibrates, and they say that you work all of your muscles. It was funny. What did we see? Oh, and a $200 makeup mirror yesterday.
Oh yeah, you were super interested in that. I broke the steering
I
wheel.
actually wasn't. I just think it's funny.
Oh no, it's just glued on. We're okay.
Um, let's
But
see.
watching QVC for entertainment is equally as weird.
You know that stuff is hilarious. Like that was hilarious. I watched it for 30 seconds because I think it's hilarious.
Mike Rowe got his start on QVC? What?
See, actually, he was an opera singer. Where did you see that? Oh, Phoenix said
Phoenix
that.
said it, so it's got to be true.
Things not found in new cars: cigarette lighters, CD players, and spare tires.
That is true.
You are correct.
Well, my Jeep has a spare tire, but it's not a car. Is that? I guess that's why. It's a truck.
But like, there's never a cigarette lighter.
That's reasonable. I feel like that's okay.
I mean, yeah, that's what blew out the fuse in my Honda.
Oh, yeah, you think?
I know it was because I pushed it in and
And then it stopped working.
and it stopped working. And it blew the whole entertainment system in it.
Yeah, the entertainment system.
The CD player.
Yeah. The entertainment system in the 94 Accord that had 180,000 miles because the speedometer didn't operate anymore.
It did not. Lucky for you.
Still at 180,000 when we sold it.
It did. When I bought it and sold it.
Yeah. I drove it for 4 years. 3 years. I sold it 5 years ago.
Let's see. Micro is an interesting person. Yeah.
Micro's a very interesting person.
Yeah.
He's got. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I like him. He was a opera singer.
True story.
Quarter windows need to come back.
Oh, yes. Except they leaked like crazy. Ooh, this drive shaft is barely long enough.
I remember when cars came with 2 different keys and all metal seatbelt buckles.
Oh, yeah. I had one of those. You had the square key and the round key.
I had a plastic key.
What'd you have a plastic key in?
It put in my
In what car?
Firebird.
Huh.
It was like so if you locked your keys in your car,
Oh,
that's all it did was unlock the doors.
gotcha.
One time I ever locked my keys in my car, my purse was in there, so I didn't have my wallet, but otherwise it was a great idea. What drive shafts would you run in a VS 410 with an element transmission SCX 2 axles?
The Incision drive shaft. They're basically the drive shafts I run in everything, though. They're a very good drive shaft, though. I still need to replace the bearings in the rear axle. Ba-dum-dum. Ba-dum-tsh.
Really? Traction's brushed RTR cars comes with a cigarette lighter charger. You think they would change that by now? Isn't that?
Well, 12-volt
Just a
charger.
plug-in now?
Yeah, they have
They don't actually come with the
the coil heater.
yeah. But everyone who was cool in high school had a burn from on their leg.
Everyone who was cool in high school, you thought different people were cool than I did.
Josh wondering how many miles on your Gladiator. How many miles on your Gladiator? Wondering who has more.
3,500, I think, probably around. I know it's over 3,000. Ben got a Gladiator same day I did.
Really?
Yeah.
You guys are twins.
Same color.
Twinsies.
Same
Look at
color.
his with a Rubicon.
It is.
Knew it. Our nephew's is a Rubicon.
It is.
So I always tell him that his is better than Uncle Josh's.
All right.
I used to work at a Honda plant in Maryville, Ohio, and there were people that had 50K or more on their Accords.
50K. Wait. Yes, right?
We had,
He must mean 500K.
probably.
Because I could see that.
Gene Master gave us $2. Thank you. Welcome to Harley QVC Designs. Tubby says, "Sup, Big D." I
Right.
still have cars in that back building that have a dinner switch on the floor.
Oh, have you ever driven one like that?
What?
So next to the brake pedal or clutch pedal, depending on 2 pedal or 3, there would be a round metal peg. It was about that tall.
Yeah.
And you just, with your left foot, you reach over and click it. That was your dimmer, your high-low.
No.
You never drove one like
No,
that?
I have not.
Yeah, old trucks. We had them on our, like, some of our old trucks and some of our, like, big trucks, farm equipment, you know. We had, like, a big 28-foot flatbed truck, 2-axle truck. Yep. Click. Just step over and
Our seeing around America is 3,500. That's funny. I've had my truck for 19 months and I got over 40K from brand new. Catch up, Josh.
I only drive to work and home now, though. Like
Yeah, I know.
we can't go anywhere.
Typing around to eat sleeping cats is not as easy as it sounds. Oh, we know. Evan Moore, it's the floor dimmer switches are so fun. I love using it in my Chevy.
I still wish they still had them. Like that's a, oops, wrong one.
Ryan Davis, I'm getting light snow. How about you? Toe Daddy in Kansas City, they had 5 or 6 inches today. I got videos of my nephew sledding.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. You didn't see him?
Oh.
Quick explain the difference in VS410 models, says James Moon.
VS410 Pro has your standard straight axles. VS410 Ultra has portal axles. From there, you only have minor differences, like the Pro has machined gears in the transmission and machined motor plate, where the Ultra has sintered gears in the transmission and a molded motor plate. Beyond that, pretty much identical, other than 90 millimeter shocks on the Pro, 80 millimeters on the Ultra. There you go. All the differences. What'd you do? You scared Peanut.
So hard.
My Jeep has vacuum operated wipers. What? What Jeep had that? Had to be has to be a Cherokee.
Oh my gosh, look what Tammy sent me. Or Mike sent me that. And then Tammy sent me one. Owen was watching us.
Oh, what do you know? Do you think do you think Nicole should say she's we probably didn't expect you to come back so quickly. Most newer vehicles have lighter sockets but no ashtrays. It's because I think they're 12-volt outlets.
Blinker fluid. There's no such thing as blinker fluid.
Muffler bearings? Blinker fluid?
Merry New Year from Down Under. We'll have to watch later as put for a boozy lunch with the family and just thought I'd have a look online. Hope you both had I left.
We did have a happy Christmas, Merry New Year.
I guess. I can't show this, can I? Can I?
Why not?
I don't know. I thought you couldn't show.
Oh, yeah, because kids and stuff. I mean, it'll be fine. Our nephew. There you go. It's blurry enough that it counts.
I was in Kansas City today.
Tobogganing in the front yard. Or that wasn't a toboggan. That's a sled. Ooh. One axle shaft pretty well in there.
Tammy has, if they got snow at the lake. I would like to see QVC try and sell a scale truck. That would be interesting.
Oh, yeah. Just watching them. It's funny right now watching them try and like do
it from home.
Yeah, they're like the salesman of the actual product is just Zoom calling in, and
Yeah.
he's got a crappy webcam, you can tell, and yeah, it's more snow in Oklahoma than here. What gives?
They're in Kansas.
Well, yeah, I assume somebody else said something about Oklahoma.
Nothing better than happy kids. My manual trans is the only reason I'm sure my Yaris was never. My next car will have to be a stick shift, yeah.
Hard to find stick
if
shift
I could
cars.
get him to get off his phone, I would buy a stick shift, but he would never get off his phone while he's driving.
I don't dare. But stick shifts are also just like I had stick shift cars before, but being in areas with lots of traffic, yeah, there's no. And anymore, I don't really see the purpose. Like the manuals or the automatics just perform better, and they're just better. They've come a long way. Oh wow, this is. I'm gonna have to replace this gear set. This is an original 3-bolt gear set. That's impressive. This is quite old.
I would love to have to go to snow right now, but we know that all of the San Francisco people
Have
are driving to Tahoe and don't know how to drive in the snow, so we're not going to
yeah.
even attempt it. And we saw a TikTok video today that proved that. So
Yep. So
they took dimmer switches off the floor because Lemon kept crashing and mistaking it for the brake.
I don't know if I believe that or not,
Real
but
trucks don't ship themselves, Josh.
I'm just saying. If you're talking about like a big rig, okay. Anything else?
The Lloyd RTR now for sale on VP website.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, automatics still get worse gas mileage. Manual all the way. The Yaris has been broken into so many times. Once they even tore apart the steering column to hotwire it, but the manual is keeping them from.
Oh my God. I thought you lived in like Minnesota. I thought Minnesota wouldn't have any of that. Where do you live?
Minnesota?
Yeah, but like,
That's on.
yeah. Well, Kansas City's got one like the highest theft rates of cars.
I'm like, all my cars have been stolen.
Yeah, your Honda was stolen. Not the
Twice.
not the Soul Sucker.
No, but the black one was stolen twice.
And used in a crime once.
Yeah.
Well, and the Jeep was stolen and used in a high-speed chase, which is
With the emergency brake going 30 miles an hour.
yeah, so not all that high speed,
Yeah,
but
high speed for rolling part.
high speed for a 15-year-old in a car chase.
Back when I sold all parts, I could order a flux capacitor from the back to the future. Someone actually mass produced replicas at one time.
That sounds like a good idea. Just for whenever that person comes in, is like, look, a flux capacitor. Be like, here, buy it, stupid.
Yep.
Now what?
Yeah.
You have more questions?
Yeah. In the 50s, the manual told you how to adjust the valves. Today, it tells you not to drink the battery fluid. People are fucking stupid. He used to live in Minneapolis.
I'll give you that. Any major
Yeah.
metropolitan will have its.
You can't dump the clutch at $5,000 in an auto.
Can if you have launch control.
Sue Sherwood's getting a foot or more tonight. I saw a TikTok where a girl came back to her boyfriend's car with an actual bottle of blinker fluid.
I'm just saying, like, that would be smart of whatever auto parts store, just so, because whenever you go in there and someone sends somebody in for one of those things, they're just like, here, buy this. Now what? Now your parent, girlfriend, or whoever wasted your money.
O'Reilly still sells a flux capacitor upgraded version. It's currently on back order though. Look on their website.
Oh my God.
Have you played SnowRunner much at all?
Not really. I've been playing a little bit of Farm Simulator 2019
I was
lately.
like, what are you wanting to go back home? Hi Josh, what radio would you recommend for a person with spina bifida and on a tight budget?
Oh, so saying that, like, do you have certain specifications of radios that work better for you as far as like comfort? Like, I don't, because beyond that, I mean, I mean, I guess I don't know exactly what specific differences you would be looking for. Tight budget there. I mean, if you're just looking for 2-channel radios, you can find some pretty cheap 2-channel 2.4 radios, but I just don't know if you need something specific.
Is the steering angle noticeably better on the Vanquish 10.3 housings compared to the stock housings? Can't decide what to buy. F9s or 10.3. Josh is a farm now.
10, I mean, they're going to be, I think there's, man, I can't remember what, I think it's like something around 49 degrees of angle that you can get with the 10.3s, but you know, you're going to put that extra into the shafts and things like that. So,
Where's Ben live?
Phoenix area.
Oh, okay. You said, how is freezing rain different than snow or hail? It's
very different.
very different.
Very, very different.
I can do a 2-stick radio.
Oh, gotcha. Ooh, that is one area I won't know much about. I don't use
Who
stick
does?
radios. Man, I don't really know. Stick radios have become so uncommon for me. Like that, we used to use them quite a bit in crawling
What
back
did
in the day.
what did you use that was good?
Back in the day, we used to use the DX6, but I know there's like 10 models past that now, so
So whatever the new model of the DX6 is.
possibly. But you used to have to do these like ridiculous mods to get a spring return to happen for them. So it's yeah, like I just don't have. Seems like you'd have to like check robot forums or something like that.
There you go. Robot forums. What is this? This kitty's name is Peanut.
He will usually tolerate Nicole doing this to him for a little while, and then he'll just decide he's done and jump out of her arms.
He's fine right now.
Yeah, surprisingly.
What do you use?
I use a Futaba 4PM typically, which is their more affordable 4-channel radio. Like I have the 4PX and I've never bought a 7PX. I just haven't felt the need at the moment, but I really like the features that it has for the price,
What
but it's
about
still a couple $100.
Kyosho's Blizzard radio?
That's a pretty basic radio without a lot of programming.
That would be okay.
I would think that
Budget.
if you're trying to kind of adapt it to multiple cars, you'll want something
Jeff
more
X140
open.
said Taranis QX7 transmitter.
I have a QX7 as well, but for FPV, it doesn't have the throttle return spring, which is what I would be worried about with somebody who's trying to drive a car with it.
I want to pick up a VS410 Pro, Tekin, or 8 Holmes Hobbies for electronics.
Oh man. I mean, I run both. I've got both. I've got one with one and one with the other. They're both great. I really like my Tekin stuff, and I really like my Holmes stuff. I really love the Holmes 2700 Polar Pro V2 on 4S. It's just like my one of my favorite motors right now. But I really, yeah, I don't know that I could choose between them.
Love my Fly Sky Noble. Fly Sky has a few surface stick radios. Nicole, draw that cat looks like a window licker.
He doesn't do a lot of anything.
He's an old man.
He's an old man.
Okay, bye.
See, done.
Futaba has a 4-channel stick radio for surface models.
I guess that's right. Some of like they use it for the semis and stuff. I don't know what the model number is on that. I forgot about that. It's like the Magnum or something, or it used to be.
Why are you screaming so late?
Screaming or streaming?
ProTech or Tekin servo for a bomber?
For a bomber, I've got a Tekin in mine up there, but I've also ran that ProTech 370 TBL, and it was a great servo, and it's more powerful. So if you want some bigger power, the Tekin only goes up to what, the T420 or T480, so not a ton. That ProTech 370 is quite a bit more.
Why is everyone using the male sign now?
I don't know.
Sweet, thanks for the info. Now you just have to snag 2 rigs and grab both sets of electronics.
Right? Why not?
It is only 8 o'clock here. Someone needs a radio designed like an Xbox controller. I was just, Jesse, you were reading my mind.
Yeah, I mean, especially if you want
He just
like
said-
younger kids to. The only thing is that I do like that I can control our radios with one hand.
He was saying, he just said, what's for dinner? And I was literally just looking at that.
Pho?
No. You have Taco Bell. I'm not concerned with you. And it's New Year's, so you'll see who's...
Oh, that's true. You're going to have to see what's
There are
available.
some stick radios out there for like an Xbox controller, Alex says.
Oh, that's right. I think FR Sky, or no, it was one of them. Like, I've seen them for FPV stuff, specifically.
Do you hear that frog?
I do. Sounds like a big old bullfrog.
Mm-hmm.
Which is odd for California.
Oh, no,
Well,
they're
kind
just
of.
those itty bitty.
Yeah, we got lots.
You can show that. Oh, Flatlander, it won't show. Give us a Futaba link.
Oh yeah, it won't let links post.
Kind of think an IHOP if it's open.
There you go.
You open?
Yeah. You up?
Open. See that? My phone just died. It's okay. I want the iPhone mini.
Yeah, that is perfect for you.
Yeah.
Since you basically hate phones.
Yeah.
You want the smallest phone possible.
Yeah, I miss that.
I would carry around an iPad mini if it made phone calls.
It does.
Let's see.
Keep reading.
Yeah, I will do that. Wait, IHOP? Let's go. Josh, you think the Archfield Bully 2 is still a competitive platform?
My recent searches are liquor store and IHOP.
Oh, God. IHOP, it's not 4 a.m. yet, Alex says. I saw a video of a girl in a wheelchair that had only one arm. She had a special Xbox controller that didn't have the left stick. She controlled the left stick with her right foot. Oh, I could see that. All just modified, yeah.
It's incredible.
Getting one for my birthday, which is today. Happy birthday. If I should try and trade it. Oh, I don't remember what that was that you said earlier that you were trying to trade. Or possibly thinking about. We have Denny's. IHOP is better than Denny's.
Yeah.
Infinitely better than Denny's.
Sorry.
iPhones aren't my choice, but they do have great security. That's true. And I had Android and I switched back to iPhone. IHOP with sick faces. IHOP is acceptable. I even like their omelets.
Yeah, well, Chaos is never closed, but they don't have Waffle House here.
I guess that's true. We don't have Waffle House here.
I do like me some Waffle House.
Oh yeah, Bully too. Sorry. Like competitive is a hard thing because that world of comp crawling, like competitive, like I don't think that anybody who's truly competitive is running basically a stock Bully 2 axle. If they are Bully 2 base, they're very modified. So
You want anything?
yeah.
What?
Yeah, country omelet.
All right. You're gonna
yes,
narrate down.
That's fine.
Go out here and order this.
You need silence while you order?
I do. Great. What did you say you wanted?
Country. Australia is better than IHOP or Denny. I don't even know what that means. No. Country. I'm positive they do. Or Denver?
Like Colorado?
No. I'm positive that's not what they call it. No, it's definitely not that one. Hold please as they literally don't list it. Okay. I don't just find one that's you think I like.
Okay.
It'll be fine, I'm sure. Anyway. Alex wants a sandwich. Oh, sure. No. Right when you said strange for California, now I know. Yeah. Josh, I built a true truggy back half. Will that tubed back half make my element handle any different? I mean, depends on your, the amount of weight that you added, or if you change the suspension geometry, then yes. So shock position mounting, weight distribution, travel, all that. So moon's over my hammy for Phoenix. We have Waffle House and Casey's here in Iowa. Oh, Casey's Pizza. So good. People who don't know Casey's gas stations are missing out. That is for sure. If you're over 80, you go to IHOP. See, IHOP is good. IHOP is superior.
I mean...
What is it? What is IHOP worse than? Or it's IHOP is good. You go to IHOP, Perkins, or Denny's when it's 4 a.m. and you need. We don't have Perkins here, and nobody goes to Denny's. Yeah, Denny's is terrible. My mom checked in. It is late there.
Freaking took me to Denny's one time after a Jamie Johnson show.
Oh my. Hello, mom. Yes, that I don't know. I'm telling you though, IHOP is good, and I'm fine with that, especially after a live stream. It's almost like it's okay. Okay. So, oh, never mind. Closed. Yeah. What would be the best cheap tires for a TRX4 Bronco? Leave the stock ones. Stock Traxxas tires are actually good. Um, Other than that, don't cheap out on tires. Just wait until you can get the ones you want and get some good Pro lines or something like that. But the stock TRX4 tires are you don't need to change them, until you find the ones you really want. What's the name of the pipe bender for the bumpers? A mighty rod bender. The ones that I always bought were made by BAC Industries. BAC, all one word. And they worked fantastic. They were like $35 on Amazon. Filling shock oil. Sorry, I have to concentrate. Concentrating. Josh, what tubing bender you recommended? Oh yeah, that was one. BAC Industries Mighty Rod Bender. Now, tube bender, I guess that's different. I use the Oakenshield Productions tube bender, but I don't think you can get it anymore. And it had some nice like 3D printed dies. But like I said, I don't think you can get it anymore. I think they stopped making it, which is a bummer. It was a nice bender. So, the yeah, trying to think. Um, Man, yeah, I guess I haven't used any other tube benders lately, so I wouldn't have a great suggestion to make besides that, which is too bad because I really wish that they still made those. I just don't think a lot of people bought them. It's a really nice bender, but it was kind of too much money for just like the casual builder. I think it was like I don't know, maybe it was $100 or something like that for the bender. And it just, if you're not like building stuff constantly or really want to invest in tools for fabrication, like a lot of people aren't going to spend that kind of money. Mighty Rod Bender is $35.93 on Amazon. Thank you. Did you get extra 90 weight? The Traxxas Carousel only went up to 80 weight. I showed it earlier. I got this in the mail the other day. Ooh, I'm missing one, so it's got a little bit of a wobble to it. To get it balanced, it spins so much smoother. Nobody has a village in grape pies. Oh, we grew up. Oh, yeah. Well, Grim Jur, who's in Bellevue near Sac, I know exactly the, yes, Village Inn, the best, some of the best pies. Yeah. Did you have Village Inn in Kansas City? Yep. Yes. So good. Village Inn's amazing. What are you building? Oh, we are working on, well, we're working on this truck, which I purchased used. Right now, I am installing the some new shocks in the rear currently, and we have done a transmission already. I have a little baggie of aluminum spacers here, in case you need those. Perkins pies in KC. Perkins also good, but we had Perkins and Village Inn in Omaha. Village Inn had better pies. Just saying. QT has microbrewery taps in them. What? You get your favorite growler while filling up. Wait, what? QT added that. I love QTs. Miss QT. Out here in California, there's no gas stations like QT gas stations in the Midwest. Like they just out here they do not have nice gas stations. They have like AM PMs, stuff like that, but they have no gas stations like a QT. People out here do not understand what a gas station can be in the Midwest. All right. One rear shock replaced. This had these I'm not sure what these shocks are. Probably they look like maybe an SSD. They're okay. They're just not that. They're not that great. The tiny cap, no bladder, kind of gritty. So I'm replacing them with a set of Incision because I like them and I'm well versed in setting them up. Therefore, that is my decision. No come and goes. Come and goes. QT is bomb. What's up, fish? Um, yeah, come and go. So we had come and goes going up as well, but I don't know that any of the come and goes were pretty good. They kind of stack up like a Casey's, but not quite as good. We have QT in the south too. Yes. What's a good replacement shock for a Losi Rock Ray? Ooh, I don't even know. I didn't really love my Rock Ray, so I didn't drive it a lot. So I definitely never replaced the shocks. I do not remember the length. Let's see. Oh, almost got it first shot. Just short. Omaha has the worst name quickie shop. Come and go. Come and goes are everywhere. Well, not everywhere, but yes, that it is a bad name. But the they are not they are not just in that area. We had them all the way up in Iowa. QT, aka Roller Food World. QT kitchens have everything. Let's see. QT is ridiculously fast too. Yes, it is amazing. Nobody can get people through a line like QT. I don't understand. It's part of their hiring? What does that mean? Oh God. Well, I mean, it's just like one cashier will be checking out like two separate they're just like, take this guy, do this. They're so good. Josh, so front diff would be a million, center diff 500,000, and rear diff 500,000 weight grease and a tenacity DB Pro. Or am I backwards? Well, I mean, that would be if you, I guess you want your front locked up a little bit more. It's definitely going to cause the I guess I would think that it would be the other way. 500,000 up front, 500 in the center, and a million in the rear. But I suppose that's just personal preference on setups. I would want my rear a little bit more locked than the front diff. No darn shock oil bat. Exactly. Got it this time. What RC should I get next under 400? Oh, that's a great question. I've built a lot of RCs this year. Under 400 bucks. Let's see. I'm not going to say Dancing Rider because you should already have that, I assume. Um, let's see. Under 400 bucks. I'm looking around to see. That's a tough call. It's so hard to say the one you should get. Man, that rear shock is terrible. I do not feel bad taking those off at all. Um, 1.9 Wraith. Ooh, that is a good suggestion. Man, I bet you can get those cheap right now. And so element rigs are nice. They're nice. But I don't know if I think I would rather, getting a really good deal on a 10.2 if you don't have one. They're such good platforms. So many. This is a 10.2 in front of me, basically. I mean, well, not even basically, it is. This is a 10.2 with some cage work. And it's going to be a sweet rig. Um, Love my 1.9 Wraith. Yeah, they're such good little rigs. You just blast around. They're super. Tamiya MO5 yachts. Josh looks at his wall for a $400 rig. Nope, nothing, just VP rigs. I mean, it's a bad, there's not. I've got a three-wheel drift trike, an SCX 24, a Orlando, a Kyosho. Oh, I never turned those lights on over there today. I mean, it's getting a little late now, but turn them on at least. And then, yeah, the other ones can be expensive. Um, but yeah, I mean, I still think that if you don't have an SCX102 that you really dig on, it's a great one to pick up. And a Wraith 19 is just another version of that. So, all right, we got all new bearings throughout. We got the new transmission built with the dig in there. We're going to throw the other drive shaft on. And get that installed. And then I still have wheels and stuff, but I don't know that that's going to make it on here tonight, even though building wheels is kind of mindless. Ender 3 Pro or SCX102 Raw Builder's Kit. Ooh. If you don't have yourself a 3D printer yet, that is something that I would not feel bad about suggesting to you at all. Can make your other RCs even better. Trail honcho under 400, way under 400. You should be able to get a trail honcho for under 300, I believe. So, let's see. Under 400, first question, kit or RTR? That's another good question. Yeah, assuming you mean RTR, but that doesn't necessarily mean that. Right, so we rebuilt the front and rear axles in these. We discovered that this has a 3-bolt rear ring gear, which definitely needs to be updated. But I'll probably throw the Vanquish underdrive gear set in the rear in this. So that'll allow me to replace that anyway. New dig, new transmission, new drive shafts. We put clamping hexes on the front already because this didn't have hexes or hex pins. We're going to put some clamping hexes on the rear. How much for that truck? Oof. Well, I have plans for it as far as things that I plan to upgrade. This truck won't be cheap. I paid $750 for it. Without the transmission, without the upgrade or up parts. It didn't have wheels or tires. So it will be significantly more than that by the time it's done. So this will not be a cheap truck. But yeah, that's what I have in it right now. $750 plus all those parts that you've seen so far. So I think that this will be a fairly expensive truck when it's done, because I have other plans that once I actually dive into this thing, then I've got other grandiose plans, but I'm not really going to start on this. Like what I did tonight, like I'm not considering starting. I know that putting a transmission in a dig and stuff like that is one thing, but I've got much more other things. That's without all the green. So yeah, for those that didn't, or that are just joining and didn't see it, this does have a power wagon cab that sits on it. Well, it used to sit on it, but now there's a dig servo mount in the way. What the F? I guess I could mark that and cut it so I can still set it on my shelf properly. Let's align it. Make sure that it's properly or close to the correct position. And then I'll mark it. Does it come with a warranty card? Sure. It's absolutely a warranty. It is warranted until it arrives to you. Not much travel in the front. No, not a ton. Super low. in general. It's I mean, this was set up as a comp truck, so you don't you don't go for a ton of travel. Well, this actually, yeah, it's got even maybe those front shocks were even long. No, that's about right. Yeah, those front shocks that I took off were super limited. Oh, they might have been 100 millimeters. I might have to put the long, but you can see like, see how much fuel tubing was on these things? These things only had that much travel. So they're laid back a lot, but I'll probably put a longer rod end on the bottom there to get me 5 more millimeters of overall length, push it out a little bit more, but that's the plan. What will be the electric list? I've got a Mamba Max, no, Mamba Max, Mamba X. So, I've got a Castle Mamba X for it, a 2200 kV Polar Pro, and let's see, servo wise, I've got, what do I have? I'll probably either do the Futaba S9177 SV or the Holmes SHV 500 V3. This is a direct power servo. This is a standard servo. This is the servo I run in most things. So I'm thinking that I'll go this way, but I don't know. It might get the Holmes. I'm not sure. So we shall see. Those are the things on the list currently. Oh yeah, I was going to trim the body. What is, oh, that's the body. This thing had kind of a funky body post thing. Old shocks looks like RC4 drives. They're actually, I think they're SSDs, which is basically the same thing. For those that didn't know, SSD, the creator of SSD used to be the designer or a designer for RC4 drive. And then when he left, I think he just started using the same factories. So, and a lot of the same designs. And it was just like, I'm going to make it for me now. All right. Put a cut in the back of the body. And there we go. That worked. Oh, I needed to go another, damn, almost 3/8 of an inch. Okay. And then, of course, this will have to be cut more once the servo's in. But I actually don't plan to run this body anyway. So. Right. Where's the goat? Looks like the previous owner was a shooter. I believe he was off. Additionally, he was an officer. I only ever knew his RC crawler name, which was Distinctive PD. I'm not sure if he was an officer or not, but I assume so. But yeah, the Magpul on there was pretty cool. So some minimal cage work on the back. Suspension looks nice. The yeah, just has nice tube work all the way around. But like I said, it'll get a new body, and I'll do a few other things. It needs new knuckles. I didn't notice that it had plastic knuckles until now, so we'll get that on there. I'll get some slightly longer rod ends on the shock bodies. And, well, I got to put the interior pan back in now, but yeah. Could sit it in the back and scream. Could be a horn. Call it. So yeah, that's the plan there. What else do I have? Well, I guess that was kind of the bulk of the stuff I had there. So the plan that I had was to do a black and white theme on this. Black, white, and blue. Can I pick the body color? Ben, I have a theme that I'm going to go for on this. So I have a plan. I think it'll look good when it's done. It's a pretty good looking truck already. It's got a good ride height. Sits super low. It was built as a comp rig. I'm going to put some of these tools away and we'll fiddle with the assembling the new wheels until we are done with said stream. I should probably use scale hardware, shouldn't I? So we'll keep that out. Keep the wheel nut wrench out. And put some of this other stuff in. Did Ben pick orange? Let's discuss. Where's the 6x6? 6x6 is in, well, it's in the garage currently, but it will make a return with the new power and all that. But I have to finish the RCPC. I should have the 50K rig back and finished up before I start on that. And maybe the UMG long wheelbase. I'm not sure. I'm not as worried about that. That one's just kind of a fun long-term build. Ben says, please. Let's discuss, please. Ben is ordering a new cab as we speak. I already have the new cab here. New cab, everything to get it cut up. It's ready to go. I told Suits that I was going to send him it. So, yeah. You guys do too much. Yeah. I know what you mean. My Capra arrives Sunday. Thanks, goat. Hi, Mom. Yeah. We are going to put these things, all of this extra hardware, spare bearings, etc. I'm putting in this bag because that is all parts that came off this truck. So that is the new project box for this truck. It is a plastic bag. I keep all the parts for every project in its own little box. And then, but this truck doesn't have a box yet. So thus the bag. And then the bag will go in the box. Is the Woods Runner even done? It is not. That is Ben's. And that one will not, that one has to get finished before this one actually gets all that much more worked on. Now I have to put a speaker in my capper with a goat bleat for a horn. Don't forget, your surprise should be the shop this week. Yes, that is, I think, going to be what next week's build is. Do I need any of this? No. Throw that away. Next week, the live build, which should be a really good time. I have a mystery box coming, a mystery package. And it is, what I'm told, a custom project truck. I don't know what the chassis is. I know that the axles are Vanquish axles, and I think they're assembled. And I can't remember. Maybe he told me some other details of it, but beyond that, it's just I'm going to get the box, leave it sealed, and we're going to open it and start it on the stream next week. So I don't know what it is of any sort. So I think that will actually be a he proposed the idea, the whole thing. Asked me if I'd ever thought of it. I said, I haven't really thought of it because it's hard to just say, hey, somebody should send me parts and I'll do it. But he also led with like, hey, these are all going to be parts that you use normally and like. So I'm like, okay, well, then you definitely have a pretty decent idea of what I would normally be after. So I'm really looking forward to that. So, like I said, the plan for this truck is going to be black and white with blue. So the thought is that I'm going to do some blue 310s. I forgot I'm not using that camera. Some blue 310s, and I don't have autofocus on. And I'm going to put some of the Dredger beadlock rings on them with some scale hardware. So I think that that will make for a cool combo. And how much for the Magpul body? I don't know, because I kind of, well, I'll need it for a while, especially to make sure that everything between them, or, you know, from the old to the new all works out. It will probably stay with the truck. Like, it'll just go with it as well. That way, approve. Who are you and what did you do with Josh? Wait, what did I say? So red, white, and blue. Come on. No, it actually the body is, like I said, the body's gonna go, and it's gonna be a black and white body. So no red. Even being, you know, patriotic, I don't necessarily want the want that thin blue line paint scheme. Yes, but no. Not actually a thin blue line paint scheme, but a weathered sheriff's style vehicle. I think that will, you know, something like that. And so yeah, you know, no orange. What the? I know. Now I've said this before, but I don't really have that many like black scale hardware instead. I mean, I guess I had, I was using the gold on there, or the grade 8 style. Now I don't know. Should I do black instead? Is it still going to be a power wagon body? Yes, it will still be a power wagon body. Let's I'll put some of the black scale hardware in, and we'll see. Black. People are saying black. Let's see. Let's see. Do black. Black. Okay. Let's see. Would match the black and white theme, maybe. Yeah, I get that. It doesn't stand out as much, but it still does look good. And doesn't necessarily need to be so. Yes, black. Do lime green. I'm a fan of gold and black, but black. But black does. Okay. Yes, black. Okay. We'll switch to black. It does look pretty good. I mean, the gold stands out really well, but black for the rings, gold for the lugs. I do not have the gold for the lugs yet. We will, but currently that is not an option. But I do have the black here, so we'll do that, and that'll look good. And then the lugs will match as well. Sublime green or sassafras green. What are you talking about? One gold tooth. I am all. If you guys remember, let's see, my pro, which is super beat. You can see that it's got one silver tooth on every wheel. One, there, you see it back there? Silver tooth, silver tooth. We'll see how this looks. The black probably does look better. I mean, gold is just. I'm going to do black on this one. I may do gold on the other one, and we're going to see. I love my K&K hardware. This is the Vanquish hardware, so it's better. Kidding. But still. Got's grills. With once the new, I mean, all of this is going to look a little off with the current red body, but over 2.5 hour stream. I know sometimes these go almost 3 hours on Fridays, but no Loctite. No, not on beadlock rings. Never on 164 hardware or beadlocks. So I love the weathered look of the rig on that wall. Yeah, well, that's just well, I guess that body that's a 310 or a 310. That's a suits body. I was reading a comment. Black 310s gold hardware, yes. Oh, that actually would look great as well, Ron. I do not disagree with that. Needs more contrast. Black is better or same blue as the wheel. Yeah, I don't have the same blue. I don't have blue hardware. Ooh, gun blued hardware. And all the 100-something trucks. Do you have a favorite one that you take most of the time on the other trail? My Pro, that one that I just picked up there on the wall. That's my VS410 Pro, and that's just my go-to. It gets most of the miles. I feel bad because I always end up taking it on trail runs, and it's like, so all my running videos or where trails I go to, it's with that truck, and I'm just like, man, I feel bad. But it's honestly, it drives the best. I enjoy it more than any of the others, so it's my go-to. I Loctite my spur and pinion in all trans gears instead of grease. Isn't it almost your bedtime, Matt? Do you ever sell your cars? All the time. Because it's very expensive to keep building new ones. So I have to sell them so that I can build new ones. Yeah. So yes, they always get sold. My Pro is one that I don't sell just because it's my truck. It's the one that I always drive. But like trucks like this is a project truck meant specifically to buy, redo, have some fun with, and then sell. Josh, no Loctite on those rims. Those rims cost a small fortune. I'm Loctiting the crap out of those. No, you don't. So the thing is like 164 hardware is so small that if you use Loctite, oftentimes you will never get that hardware back out. And then you end up with a worse situation. You lose a screw here or there, not that big a deal. What is the truck behind the Pro? That is my Ultra. And I could grab that, but yeah, it's my Ultra. Same truck, but it's the actual truck from the Ultra box. That is my truck. You don't want to admit your favorite, but we all have a favorite. So, and where's the focal point? The black does look good. I like those dredgers. Oh, now what I do need to make sure is that you can see the little indent portion I matched up with the spoke. So I need to make sure and I do that and match them on all of them, because otherwise you have mismatching and then it looks terrible. So that is a good looking combo though. Now for hubs, can anybody guess which hub I'm going to use? Is that a fake turbo on the hood? It is a fake turbo, and it's cut into the hood. It's like recessed down into the hood. So, and I think that's extra cool. 350, 350, 350. Yes. We'll be digging into the bag of 350 hubs. It's like salting your food. So, there we go. Now, correction, blend 350s. Exactly correct. Serious. Yeah. I use a lot of 350 hubs. Out of spec 350s. Yes. So the reason that I have a gigantic bag of 350 hubs is because the tolerance on the outer edge, right? Let's see, it'd be this lip here. The outside diameter between these 2 points is slightly too large, just ever so slightly. So it's something that we would never sell to a customer because they're not right. They're out of spec. So the option, what we did with most of them was they got thrown away. But since for me it's fine, and once you install them, they're fine because once they get installed once, they kind of just fit and then they're fine. So for me, I'm not a normal customer. It is fine for me to use Blend 350 hubs. But again, we wouldn't sell out of spec things to customers, and we wouldn't sell them as out of spec to customers. It's just, that's one of the things about machine shops. Lots of times you scrap parts, and people would be so like, when I first started working there and saw like, I remember doing a shop cleanup at one point, and we had a bunch of parts that had kind of just been pushed to the back, filled a 55-gallon drum with parts that like people would have cried to, but you couldn't, some of them had been sitting around for so long you didn't know if they were in spec or out of spec, and you never would have known. Oh. So it wasn't worth it, and they all got scrapped. Sad days. Have you built the SCX-103? Yep, absolutely. And here is the wheel with the scale hubs, or scale lugs, whatever you want to call them. Looks pretty good. I like it. Now, I need tires for it. Now, previously, I had these already on a set of wheels, but shockingly, I do not have an extra set of new Proline crawlers here. So I'm going to dismount the previously assembled wheels and use them, because I kind of would like to see what this thing looks like standing on its own. But the other nice thing is that once you've mounted a set of tires once, they usually mount so easy again. They would be recycled if they weren't taken out of the scrap. Well, yeah, all of the aluminum from like when I say scrap bin, that goes to the metal recycling. We recycle all the aluminum that we cut, you know. So, and yes, these still have stock foams as well, but that will get handled also. I'm out of 4.75 inch tall setup Crawler Innovations foam, so I need to restock on foams. We've been building so many cars that I've ran through so many of the parts that I had sitting around. Good night, everyone. You too, Matt. Well, Mr. Sherwood, I believe, on your wife's account. We'll see your build next week. I'm really looking forward to it. Line that up. My plan was before this stream to actually already dismount those wheels and tires so that everyone didn't have to see me stealing tires from one set of wheels to another, but it's not that magical around here. These are Proline BFG crawlers, of course, as everybody would probably guess. No, these are not TRX4s. While the Canyon tires are decent tires, they're not these. rather than open the whole screw kit, I'm just going to use the extra screws that I have here. It's Josh. It's Proline BFGs. It's a live streams. We don't need movie magic. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you don't get a lot of that around here. Is the 3300 Polar Pro too much for the Capra? Yes. The Capra is really, the gear ratio on it is too tall. So, like, you need a slow motor um, for the Capra, like 1800 to 2200 max. So you work for Vanquish? I do work for Vanquish. I moved out here 5 years ago, specifically. I used to be a professional civil engineer, and I did YouTube as a hobby. And I always worked with the Vanquish guys. Just I'd known them for years, and we talked all the time. Um, and they had offered me a job for a long time, and one I never thought I would leave my career in engineering, but um, I had a bad couple few months where the politics of everything were just absolutely driving me nuts, and I was done. So, yeah. Now, like I said, I don't care for the red and blue clash, but once this is a black and white with the gray cage work and the blue, I think it'll look really good. I'm waiting for the day that Josh takes over VP. So VP, there's only four of us really that run VP. Uh, we're I mean, there's quite a few employees, but there's kind of four of us that help that make the decisions and work on design stuff like that. It's so we're not this huge thing. We all sit around a table and come up with stupid ideas that cost too much money, right? All right, how did we orient that? The indents align with the spokes. Yes, got it. Now I'm going to assemble this one with the same color hardware as the other because these will go on the same side. Josh got bored of traffic circles and roundabouts. I still love traffic. I I was a traffic engineer, for what that means. I designed most of what I specialized in was construction sequencing of very like $100 million plus roadway interchange projects. So where you were taking a huge interchange and like converting it, and it doing a big like ramp redesign, and then having to figure out how to build that while maintaining traffic. And that's what I did. But the thing was, is like sometimes you'd work on one project for 2, 3 plus years at a time. So, what was your favorite project you did in civil? Probably my favorite project was a project in Kansas City on I-435 at 87th Street on the west side of town. And if you're in that area, that's Lenexa. Anyway, we had a project where the city had hired this landscape architect, and he came in with this scale model, right? And it was this gigantic S. And he wanted the traffic signal to be that. And it was going to span the intersection, like 200 plus feet tip to tip. And it was just like that's a ridiculous idea. Anyway, they ended up going for it. I ended up modeling the whole thing in 3D so that you could check sight lines of every traffic signal to make sure, because on paper it looked like things were getting blocked. And I was one of the only people who knew much about 3D modeling at the time. What was your favorite project? Was your favorite project a DDI? We need more DDIs. I actually really did like DDIs, and I did 3 or 4 of them. DDIs are diverging diamond interchanges. And yes, I actually did. Josh, who actually owns Vanquish? Vanquish isn't owned by just a single person. I work by that light. Hey, what do you know? Well, and also, if you work by that light, Central Midwesterner, you probably remember that it was down for a long time and it went on for way too long. There was a whole lawsuit. Yeah, there's a whole long story behind that. Pretty good story. Was that close to Kansas Speedway? It is. God, where is that? That's south of the Speedway on 435. Patiently waiting on Nicole to throw something from the other room. I hate those damn traffic circles. Traffic circles are different than, you know. I would also like to work for VP. It's a fun place to work. I I while there's still things that are work things that can be annoying or stressful or whatever, like I still go there and like in the end it's still RC cars, which is cool. I mean, but work is still work. You still have employees and things like that cause issue. It's always, yeah. I'm just mad I can't afford to mod all my RCs with Vanquish. Don't worry, we can't make them for anything. It's a traffic oval. I'd also like to work for Vanquish, but I doubt they would need for software developer. Ooh, there, see, software, that's where we need help. Shop management, come up with some shop management software and come work in the office all the time. We need database tracking for internal stuff. So much. How is the 2700 kV running in your Capra? Any thoughts? If you switch to a 3-gear transmission, it's okay, but it's still too. Yeah, you got to run to a 3-gear transmission basically. The stock transmission, it was a terrible motor choice. Needs like an 1800 to a 2200 kV with a stock transmission. Parts testers. See, we actually do have quite a few of those. That is not, since we do have some employees that actually do like to drive cars. Did you open that Betty yet? Do it. I've had a lot of fun driving around the house. Well, my second Betty actually came. Where's that? See him? There's one right there and one right there. So I haven't opened them yet. I like those drinking glasses. Wait, what drinking glasses? Wait, are you way behind on the feed? I did work on the Target app team for about 3 years. Ooh, nice. Josh, on your bomber build, what pinion gear did you end up using the 56 yikes. 13 tooth, I think I ended up using. Maybe a 14. I can't remember. You have employees that don't like RCs? Most of our employees have no idea what they're working on every day. Like, well, they know, but they couldn't care less. Or some of them don't even know. What numbers are your Bettys? One is like 389 and one is like 9,900. Or maybe 9,097. 9,097, yes. And 389. Will Vanquish make anything for Element? I don't know. It was one of those things like had all the plans to because it was supposed to be this backwards compatible thing with an SCX-10 and then just none of the parts were. Like they just did everything close but not exact, and it was a huge pain. So it became, yeah. So let's see. So you just run button pushers then? Oh, I mean, well, yeah, I mean, we have a lot of CNCs, so you have to run a lot of button pushers. Like that, yeah, they're there to load and unload parts. Push buttons, say go. It's funny because a lot of, well, or like our packaging, department, they have like funny names for things. Like the SCX-10 3 axles. They don't call, like, as much as the BOMs and all that say SCX-10 3. But like when you tell them like, hey, do you have any SCX-10 3 axles almost ready for packaging? They're like, which ones are those? I'm like, they're the cap, like, oh, you mean the mini Capras? Like they're not mini, it's SCX-10 3. Like, yeah, mini Capras. Okay. Like, yeah, whatever. Do you have any of those? Like, no, not yet. Be next week. VP is posh axial. I'm surprised Rich didn't hook you up with a lower number Betty. I know, right, Chibs? No, it was fine. It's okay. Ever crawl out at Big Tit at Lake Natoma? Nope. I don't know. I don't necessarily know that area. I know Lake where Lake Natoma is, but I definitely have never crawled around it. It's not that far from where I live, really. I'd like to see a Stealth X trans with dig. I know what you mean, but at the same time, like the Stealth X trans is kind of big, so it's like for us, we're just like, yeah, we already have a 3-gear setup. Like, just go to a 3-gear. And then a lot of it, we also are making our own transmissions and things like that. So it's like, well, we should probably just focus on making more digs for our own transmission, which we can't make enough of. So you should come crawl with us by MT Shasta. Oh, Mount Shasta in the spring. Oh, absolutely. We do like that Shasta area. So awesome up there. You can see the giant digger out from the Rainbow Bridge. Huh. I'll have to look at that. I don't really know that. I don't know any crawling in that area, but would be nice. Like I said, it's not that far from me. I gotta look up what the Rainbow Bridge is too. All I know is Mario Kart. How about a 300 gear trans? Yeah, 386 people watching and not that many likes. Hit the like button, people. Thank you, Phoenix. Appreciate it. Yes, hit the like button if you're still here. Crawl Innovations foams or Proline foam dual stage? I am pretty loyal to my Crawler Innovations foams. They've just always done me so well. I really like them, and that's the route I kind of stay. So, oh, this one is going to be a front. So, in addition, I'm going to do a set of stainless steel brake weights up front. Going to Folsom from Orangevale. Okay, gotcha. I know. Yes, that's the Rainbow Bridge. I know that one. I can't hit the like button on my mobile stream when the stream is live. Only. Oh, I think you can actually just close the live chat and then it will give you the option. But I know what you mean. All right. Now, the one nice thing is that the those Blim 350 hubs work perfectly. There's not even any tolerance issue when you're using the brake rotors. I mean, barely, just a little bit of a tight. So, and we're using the extended black 9999 would be the last. Yes, exactly. That would be a cool one to have. Run 2.2 weight. I don't think you can fit them past the actual screw heads on these is the problem. What's your opinion on overdrive gears? Oh, never. The Capra is already so poorly geared that overdriving, unless you have done things elsewhere to get the gear ratio deeper. Now, I like overdrive, don't get me wrong there, but the overall gear ratio in the Capra was kind of a screw up. So it needs more reduction. Therefore, you either need to go to like a 3-gear transmission or go to underdrive gears in the rear axle, things like that. Is that brass? Who taught you to use brass? That is not brass. That is stainless. Stainless is cooler than brass and weighs the same. Always kills me. I've seen people like take off brass or take off stainless links to try to put brass on. Like for one, brass is a terrible option for links. Stainless is a better option and the same weight basically. All right. Looking good. Go to the close up. Where did I focus this? That close. Fix the logo. You can see the stainless weight behind it, BFG crawler, and the wheel. Came out good. I like it. Which is good because I picked it. And let's see. Wheel nut. Capper was geared the way too tall on a brush motor. It flies. Yeah. And one of these days I think we'll have the designer on Wednesday Takeover. See if he'll tell us that story on how that little mix up happened with the gear ratio. All right. And go to, let me see if I can adjust. I gotta loosen. So, like I said, ignore the fact of the blue or the red, but once that's black and white, this thing's gonna look good. Getting rid of the, I know I took off shocks that had blue and silver on them, but I didn't like those shocks, so there was no way I could see keeping those. Please no turbo on the new body. I don't know. I like the turbo, the hood exit turbo. I'm a Cletus fan like that. So now this thing also has a bunch of this red aluminum hardware on it. This thing like was built to be very comp style. So it did a lot of weight cutting, and that is something that I'm going to probably remove. One, because the red is not going to look good. The red isn't going to look good with the future look, and aluminum hardware is so finicky. You can strip it so easily. Now you can see it's got this little metal piece up here, which is attached by some aluminum hardware as well. And it's because I think that this actually got roof rack points from Sorka. That's why it's up there. Didn't take much. And the turbo is held in with scale hardware. So not by me, even by the original owner. Or the original builder, I should say. So let's see. We got 369 people still. I guess we could, let's just build the other two wheels. We're here. Why not? Why not? Let's see. Turbo seems placed too far back on the hood. Well, now that's not, I would agree there. It is a little ways back. It could be further forward. That's a pretty rough rack points. It's making fun of the way I say roof. More tiny bolts. I'm late. What I miss? You talking about CE and dualies again? I am not tonight. What I do with the beadlocks? There they are. Your dinner is getting cold. I don't think that I've heard. I wonder if she found any place that was open. Rather than getting up, I'm just going to text her. We'll see what the response is. Why'd you take the paper tag off? You're just going to cut it. I didn't notice I did that. Did I do that? I don't know. Well, then this one I ripped the top and I didn't. Your next build needs to be a Yaris. Make sure we line this up correctly again. I don't want to have to redo it. Sweet. Food did get ordered. She did find someplace open. What chassis is this? This is a 10.2 with some custom tube work on it. And this build will have actual videos, but not until I wrap up some of those other projects. This was just one of those ones that like, I don't have anything to work on tonight. So what am I going to work on? I have a chat on Instagram with the moderators here. Alex, Ben, Phoenix, Moose Jaw, Jesse. I think that's it. And I was just like, I don't really have anything to work on tonight. We're going to have to figure it out. So this, I was just like, oh, I guess I can work on that. I haven't touched it yet. I'm curious now if you can use scale hardware on chassis and use power driver. Yeah, could, but you're gonna need the right size hardware, and like we don't have 3mm yet. They do make 3mm, but we don't yet. Oh, next build should be a Yaris, and you should gift it to me for all my glorious moderators. Alex is the oldest of the moderators. Tamaya makes a couple of Yaris. Yes, we are definitely, that was definitely a topic of discussion in the past, was Tamiya's decision to make a Yaris. I got quite animated about how I did not understand how that was a good decision. Is this the next flip that truck? No, this is not. I bought it to flip it, but not for that series. The next flip that truck is right here on the ground, which you can't see, but I've had it sitting there for what, like 6+ months. I've just never done it. That's another thing. That is a series that I absolutely will get back to. I really enjoy that series and it needs to come back. I need to be like, I'm going to make it. I'm going to see how far I can get in 3 months. That's what like timeline is 3 months. What can we do? Because the last one, the problem is I get them and then I'm like, I've got other projects, new projects. I got to do this or that. So that's what I want to do. Get going. Just see what happens. You know, it's like, yeah, you only get two or three trades done. Like, oh, that's all that happened. This is what we ended up. This is what we started with. This is what we ended with. I'm the oldest mod, but I'm pretty sure I'm the youngest mod. Yeah. Alex is he's been a mod the longest, is what I mean. Because I'm pretty sure Phoenix is the oldest mod. Let's see. Monthly Mayhem Challenge, making the Lloyd better. I decline your offer. You can buy me lunch. Do the VS410 extended shock towers make a big difference on an Ultra? I don't personally necessarily think so. I don't run them on my Ultra. Also, they cause some body interference. So I actually run stock shock towers on both my Ultra and my Pro. While we make aluminum ones, it hasn't been one. Some people like them, that's why we make them. But for me, it's not something I feel is needed. So I run the stock plastic ones. While I should be telling you, you should buy everything. You can buy those if you want them, but not because you need them. If anything you need, it is these tools with a bearing on the top, because having these tools with a bearing support on the top makes this stuff so much nicer. There is something I will tell you should buy, is the VP tools, because they are awesome. My favorite. I have a huge box of tools, but VP tools still are my hands down winner. Oh, Nicole just opened the door. I can tell food's here. Electric screwdriver. I like my electric screwdrivers as well. The DeWalt 8-volt gyro is fantastic, and the Traxxas bits are great. But for this type of thing, especially like scale hardware, not something I would recommend. I will wrap up. Thank you. Have you ever broke your Pro or Ultra? I have broken axle shaft in the front of my Pro while I was playing RC soccer, which I still have a video of, and I still haven't put it out there. But I got it was a marked out area on the ground, and it has it had like caution tape kind of thing all the way around it. Anyway, I got that caught up in my front right wheel, and I just wouldn't let off, and I ended up getting it all wadded up, and I snapped it. But I run 4S on a 3100 kV Rock 412, so I I run a lot of power, and I put a lot of stress on my trucks because I drive like a 9-year-old. So you know the repair parts are not my concern normally. It's a special circumstance, but it's still not something I've had to worry about. Any crawling planned this weekend? Yes, I do have some crawling planned on Sunday. Um, I have to go film on Sunday, but that is uh, that is all. So I'm buying a Capra. Josh, what would be your choice for tires? Some trail driving, but want to focus on crawling and the rocks. If you're going for performance and you want to stay 1.9, the high racks are really good. Um, so that's a really strong recommendation. Um, I run BFG crawlers on most of my stuff because I really like the way they look. More crawling videos. Yes, I'm shooting a video on Sunday. So, um, let's see. And oh, there you go. VS410 Ultra, 4S, and a Tican 3100 kV motor. Yes, same. Oh, yes, exactly. And I love that setup. I know Tican does not recommend that. That is not their recommended setup. So they say that is a 3S motor, but I've been running mine for what almost 2 years like that without any problem. So any suggestions on a point oh 0.05 driver for SCX 24s? I mean, my 050 driver is a Vanquish one, so I guess I didn't. Um, if you're looking for a different one, like I don't know if MIP has one that small or not. I've got a Losi one as well. I think maybe I have an old associated one. Right. Oh, missed one in my rotation. Aren't those directional tires? They are not. Proline crawlers are non-directional. And a hub. We need a hub. More scale hardware. Again, using the black FT multi-driver tool set. Yeah, the factory team. I've got that as well. I think I use the my Losi multi-tool tool set more than my factory team though. So let that 3100 kV rock eat. It screams. It is screaming. Been trying to break my Ultra, but nothing major. Yeah, rod ends. You can break rod ends. I've done that before. But yeah, enjoy dinner. Catch you the next one. Outski. Later, Grimger. And it's good to know that you're from Omaha. Always fun to meet somebody from near my home. So looks like we're only going to get 3 wheels and tires built tonight. When will the Ripper be available? Not available. However, I do know where one is available for sale completed. You can shoot me a message on it, but it is complete minus electronics. But other than that, it's complete. I think that the asking price is like 6K. So $50K truck. Yep, it's going as well. Once I get it back from paint. I got a couple of other little tiny things that'll have to kind of get wrapped up with the details, but it'll be pretty much done. What do you think a Ripper not built ever is worth? I don't know. I saw that one that got listed today for 12,000, and I don't think it's worth that much. But hey, if somebody pays it, you can't buy them anymore. So maybe. So anyway, I'm gonna go eat dinner because it's 9:15 here, and I'm starving. So thanks everybody. You guys were awesome tonight. Good times. Got some work done. This truck's even got a drivetrain in it now. So bonus. We're going to call it though. Again, thanks everybody for joining. We will see you. Well, definitely check out next week. That's going to be fun. Mystery build. I don't know what's coming. It's a custom truck in a box with a bunch of parts, and I'm going to have to figure it out. So that is going to be a good time. Sunday night live stream still on. I should be back from filming, so be in good shape. Later, guys. See you next time.